Ron's mic is not on. Someone has to check the mic. All right, we got Ron, but Ron needs to be turned down a little bit. You ready, boys? You guys are live. All right, Josh Hennig back here. And Josh Hennig back here in the 973 studios. We will be hooking up with Billy Schweim momentarily here on 973 ESPN. We are going to be broadcasting live from the Great Bay Country Club, where Billy Schweim, the locker room, Scott McKay, they're all down there hanging out for the locker room here on 97.3 ESPN. Josh Hennig back here in the Matt Black Kia studios. Like I said, we will get out to the guys at Great Bay in just a moment. We apologize for the technical difficulty. We had the guys there for a minute, but then completely lost them at the last second. But of course, Billy's had a very, very busy show today coming up here on 97.3 ESPN. Of course, part of the busy show is going to be talking with Dave Sherapan, the sportsbook consigliere. Steve Coates will be joining the guys a little bit later in the show as well. Plus, of course, the guys will be live on location. Billy Schweim, Scott McKay, and Radio Ron Ralston, all part of the action right here on 97.3 ESPN. Like I said, Josh Hennig back in the studio, just waiting to reconnect with the guys on location. Of course, the guys have a very busy show ahead of them today. And of course, don't forget, coming up on 97.3 ESPN. 12 o'clock, we have Michigan versus Michigan State. Coverage begins at noon, right after Billy Schweim in the locker room. And then, of course, tonight, Sixers basketball at 7:30 right here on 97.3 ESPN. Tomorrow, of course, Eagles football coverage begins at noon following Billy Schweim in the locker room right here on your home for Sixers basketball, Eagles football, and Flyers hockey on 97.3 ESPN. I know Billy's going to have a lot to say about this Eagles team and this Flyers weekend because after that loss last week, I know Billy's been stewing to have something to say about the Eagles. Of course, Josh Hennig back here in the studio, just waiting to reconnect with the guys on location here on the locker room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN as the guys are over at Great Bay Country Club today, not just for the show, but they're also there for the showdown between Billy Schweim and Pete Thompson in golf. This thing that's been talked about for weeks now is supposed to be going down. So we'll hopefully be reconnecting with the guy soon. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back right here on the locker room with Billy Schweim. Josh Hennig back in the studio. We'll be joining Billy, Scott McKay, Radio Ron Ralston, all the guys down there at Great Bay Country Club on the other side right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia Star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com. Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
New Jersey car owners' current vehicle values are at an all-time high, so drive directly to Matt Blatt Nissan because AJ the Trade-In Man needs your trade.
It's on at Matt Blatt Nissan.
Stuck in a loan or lease? Matt Blatt Nissan will get you released. The value of your current vehicle has skyrocketed, so cash in your vehicle now and drive home in a new Nissan today with zero down, 0% APR financing for up to 36 months on all new Nissans in stock. And AJ will give you top dollar for your trade. So cancel that service appointment. Don't replace your tires. Bring it to Matt Blatt Nissan today. You may get more than you think. Drive away with peace of mind because only Matt Blatt Nissan has a 4-day love it or leave it return policy. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. We finance your future, not your past. Matt Blatt Nissan.com. Negative equity will be refinanced if a new vehicle. Rate qualifications exist. Not all will qualify. 0% APR financing based on $27.77 per thousand borrowed. Offers can't be combined. Call 877-289-6670 or go to MattBlattNissan.com for complete details. Offer ends 11/3/2021. It's on at Matt Blatt Nissan on the Black Horse Pike, Egg Harbor Township.
It's your last chance to get in on the baseball action with PropSwap, America's #1 app to buy and sell sports bets. Baseball's champion is about to be crowned. Both Atlanta and Houston were huge long shots during the season, and now the early bettors are selling their tickets on PropSwap, offering big discounts to you. Every day, PropSwappers are finding the best odds in the country because they're buying directly from other bettors like yourself. So, what are you waiting for? Go to PropSwap.com today and download the free PropSwap app.
Make your Halloween plans wet and wild with the Haunted Car Wash at Cape May Car Wash. Thursday, October 28th through Monday, November 1st. From 6:30 to 9:30 p.m., let the ghosts and ghouls keep you company while your car gets expertly cleaned. $25 per car. Unlimited members go through free with donations for the Marine Mammal Stranding Center. Clean family fun for everyone, including your car. It's the Haunted Cape May Car Wash. Exit 10 on the Parkway on Stone Harbor Boulevard, next to Kindle Auto Plaza.
All right, welcome back to the locker room with Billy Schweim. Josh Hennig filling in for Billy Schweim and the guys. The guys are live on location over at the Great Bay Country Club. Having a little technical difficulty, so as soon as we connect with the guys over there, we will get you out to Billy Schweim in the locker room right here on 97.3 ESPN. Again, Josh Hennig back here in the studios here. Of course, Billy Schweim in the locker room live at the Great Bay Country Club today for the Pete Thompson versus Billy Schweim showdown over there at Great Bay. Of course, you can join the show conversation as well. We will be connecting with different guests later in the show, but of course, you can chime in as well. 609-403-0973 is the text board here on the locker room with Billy Schweim. Josh Hennig holding the fort down for the guys as they get reconnected here on 97.3 ESPN. And you know, I've been waiting this week to find out from Billy Schweim how he feels, because anyone who's listened to me all week long knows how exasperated I am with Nick Sirianni. Everyone knows how angry and exasperated I am with this guy. And I understand some people look at what he said about the Flowers, and that's like, you know, a trigger point for them. For me, the Flower thing is less than what he says in a press conference. As I wrote this week at 97.3 ESPN, how can you trust Nick Sirianni? You cannot trust a word that comes out of his mouth. The guy can say anything he wants about Flowers or anything else, but the reality is Nick Sirianni is a buffoon, guys. Nick Sirianni has turned himself into a caricature. And anybody who loves football or sports in general should realize that. I don't understand why Sirianni thinks that this way of doing things is okay or cool or fine or whatever verbiage you want to use. It's like Nick Sirianni doesn't understand that they're 2-5. There's nothing more annoying to me than somebody who lacks self-awareness. You know, I know a couple of weeks ago, Mike Gill talked about pet peeves, right? A pet peeve of mine is someone who lacks self-awareness. And I'm really peeved with Nick Sirianni. I think Sirianni is a guy who may have all the best intentions. He's a lifelong football guy. His dad's a coach. His brother's a coach, blah, blah, blah. But Nick Sirianni acts like this team shouldn't be different. He made a comment this week that honestly drove me nuts. When he was asked about the team improving, when he was asked about the team trying to get better, he said that they have to prepare the same no matter if they're 2-5 or 5-2. I'm sorry, what? I mean, that's one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard in my life. Here, I'll read you guys the full quote from Sirianni. Okay. He was asked about the Sunday loss to the Raiders. Now, remember, the day before, he threw his defensive coordinator under the bus. The next day, he says this, quote, this is Nick Sirianni's words. We always are going to go through and we're going to correct the game the same way, regardless if we're 5-2 or 2-5. That's the message of, hey, let's get this thing right. Get these corrections made. Sirianni went on to say that's all it's ever about. It's getting better as a team. The accountability, we've talked about the accountability, a lot of accountability is not only making corrections, it's also pointing out when things are right as well. I mean, Sirianni sounds like someone who is completely numb and completely disconnected from reality. How could you trust a guy who says you treat 2-5 and 5-2 preparation the same? You can't. Now, I don't know if Sirianni is saying that because he's trying to, stay even keeled and present a message like, the ship isn't sinking, the meme of the dog sitting in the burning building with a cup of coffee saying everything is fine. Maybe that's what Sirianni is attempting to do. But when you say stuff like that, that to me is way more concerning than the whole Flowers comment, right? The Flowers comment, it's just another thing at this point. I understand people look at it and they're like, that's ridiculous. He sounds like an idiot. But to me, It's the football stuff that bothers me. Jim Schwartz used to talk all kinds of baseball analogies, but Jim Schwartz loved baseball, right? To me, I don't the analogies don't bother me because, if you're winning, they sound great. If you're losing, they sound horrible. The analogy isn't the issue. The issue is that this coach legitimately thinks that you prepare the same way if you're 2-5 or 5-2. Now, you guys can tell me, chime into the show at 609-403-0973, but that bothers me. How can you trust a coach who treats everything the same? Josh Hennig back here in the studio here on 97.3 ESPN. We are waiting to reconnect with the guys from the locker room with Billy Schweim, Scott McKay, and everybody down at the Great Bay Country Club broadcasting live today. They will be coming up shortly here on 97.3 ESPN. Again, Josh Hennig back here in the studios. You have a situation with a head coach who doesn't get it. You have a team that has talent. You look at the Lions roster and the Eagles roster. Who has the better roster? It's obviously the Eagles. And it's not just because the Lions are 0-7. It's because when you break down the position groups, you realize Eagles, better offensive line. Eagles, better wide receivers. Eagles, better defensive line. Eagles, better secondary. I would say the linebackers are a coin flip. It depends on how much you hate the linebackers. Like, Billy Schweim always talks about how he can't stand Alex Singleton, right? Well, Singleton's a problem, but he'd probably still be a starter on Detroit at this point. And then the running backs, no Miles Sanders obviously hurts the Eagles' depth, but maybe give a slight edge to Detroit because they had DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams. But at the end of the day, like I just pointed out to you, the Eagles have the edge of multiple positions. And the reality is that, the quarterbacks, Jared Goff and Jalen Hurts, who's the better quarterback? It depends on who you ask. If you hate Jalen Hurts, then you're like Jared Goff better. If you think Jared Goff's a bum, then you're going to like Jalen Hurts. So at the end of the day, the Eagles have a better roster than the Lions. The problem is you can't trust the coach who every time he opens his mouth, he sounds like a tone-deaf, disconnected imbecile. Every time Sirianni speaks, you can't trust a word he says. He sounds insane. Sirianni is absolutely, utterly clueless. I don't understand what Sirianni thinks he's saying. Now, I'm being waved at on the video stream, so I'm going to assume that as soon as I pot this up, I'm going to hear Billy Schweim's voice. All right, I don't hear Billy. So Billy might be on a different line here, so let me double check that.
All right. Can you hear me, Josh?
I got you now, Bill.
Hello, Josh Henning. How are you?
Hello, Billy Schweim.
Better late never, right?
Well, let me drag you guys into what I was just saying. Okay, I can hear you, Scott. All right. So let me ask you guys a question. I'm at the point with Sirianni that I don't trust a single thing he says. I think he is a tone deaf. He's a guy who doesn't get anything. How do you guys feel about Sirianni at this point?
I think Nick Sirianni is obviously he seems like almost like naive to the NFL. I mean, he's been a coach in the NFL for several years,
a decade.
So I mean, it almost seems like it reminds me of Scooter, like the baby deer and a fawn with the legs spread out. You know what I mean? Like can't walk. That's Sirianni's tenure as a coach so far.
Well, he was put into a tough spot on a 4-win team this year. He's never had head coaching experience so far. Been in the NFL for a number of years, but he's come into a situation where it's a tough town to start off in. That's for sure. Your first go at head coach. So He's struggling big time.
All right, so Josh, we'll take it over from here. We'll go another 5 minutes, and we'll get into our regular schedule. We got a great show lined up. Hey, we're broadcasting live from the Great Bay Country Club in Somers Point, New Jersey. And sitting to my left is the man himself, Radio Ron Ralston. What's up, Radio Ron?
Billy Schweim, thank you so
And
much.
he's not on too, but I can't hear him. Hold on, we're having problem ironing some stuff. Good. Radio Ron, you there? No. All right, so we're broadcasting live. We're broadcasting live. Got to speak, Ron.
Can you hear me?
No, try this.
Broadcasting live from the Great Bay Country Club. We're having all kind of technical difficulties. However, we're persevering. We're pushing through. And the Great Bay Country Club has been a great sponsor of the locker room. Since its inception. And Radio Ron, have a seat, Ron. Radio Ron's here. What's up, Ron?
Billy, we've been together for a long time.
I know, man. It's like a marriage made in heaven.
This is Radio Ron Ralston out of retirement.
Right.
But listen, thank you for the opportunity for me to represent Great Bay Country Club at probably the most pivotal, exciting time here we've ever had at the club.
So tell us what's new here, because there's been a change of ownership.
New change of ownership, a great group of guys led by Frank Rocco from the Ocean Resort Casino.
It's College Football Saturday on 97.3 ESPN.
The 6th-ranked Michigan Wolverines visit the 7th-ranked Michigan State Spartans in the battle for the Paul Bunyan Trophy. The winner will command the competitive Big Ten East Division. Number 6 Michigan at number 7 Michigan State. Kickoff from East Lansing, Saturday at noon Eastern on the Touchdown Radio Network, presented by Good Sam RV Rental.
Listen every Saturday for the nation's top
I gotta tell
college
you, Ron,
football action
being
on
associated with
97.3 ESPN.
7 years now.
Train presents the
every time we come here, right, Scooter? Every time
Those
we play,
captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfactions of odds who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity
you got a whole
for total
cast of characters
turnaround.
that
The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling.
Yes,
Today,
yeah.
free trade system quote.
Well, you know,
609-399-1200 or online at ocnjbar.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Going in and out.
Guys, ESPN, we gotta be proactive.
Randazzo's Pizza.
Hey, there he is.
Randazzo's Pizza on the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza is what right here.
Well, we're having technical difficulties.
Randazzo's Pizza.
Like really?
It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Yeah.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Bring those signs over.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Absolutely.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest.
Grimes is here. Brad Quast is here. Louis' buddy. Yeah, man. Tommy Green will be here at 11. Proper bailed. So, yeah. He had to pick up his stepson or something in I don't know. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So just be over here by noon. Bring those signs over. I got to go later. What's up, Grimesy? As soon as we get up and running, we'll have you sit with us.
So Ron's not playing?
What's that?
Ron's not going to play.
No, he's got a kidney stone. He's got a scratch golfer. Are you the scratch golfer that's playing with us? I can't even scratch.
Exam 4 needs to be sanitized. Mersana's MRI clinic isn't operating at max efficiency. She needs a new certified tech, certified.
So Ron, Mark Grimes, right? Grimesy, Radio Ron Ralston.
Ron, how are you?
Yeah.
Good to see you, man.
He runs the country club.
Okay.
He's the man.
Yeah.
And then sometimes
I've done this from inside my car. Like I've driven in my car with this thing connected. I think the Verizon service, because my phone right now has like 2 bars.
I have AT&T and I have all my bars. So it might be just Verizon.
I have Verizon.
Do you have Verizon? But you have
I have 3 bars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have Verizon. I have 2. It's going in and out. 3, 2, 3 back and forth.
Maybe I should start.
That is inconsequential to anything going on. That box is inconsequential.
Yeah. Give me a vodka and orange juice, please. Thank you, Ron.
Yeah, their Wi-Fi box is inconsequential too. They could have the greatest Wi-Fi in the history of the world. It doesn't matter.
That's not hooking into it.
This
That's its own Wi-Fi.
All right, Josh Hennig back here in the Matt Black Kia studios here on 97.3 ESPN. We'll be reconnecting with Billy Schweim and the guys on location there in just a bit. But one person is here that we can talk to. As promised, he joins the locker room every Saturday. Dave Sharapan, the sportsbook consigliere. As Dave, you're stuck with me because they're having technical problems on location. This is what Billy Schweim gets for doing a remote. With not me on location with him. How you doing, Dave?
Good, man. There's always somebody. You always got to have a guy. And if Billy don't know that you're the guy that he got to take to the remote, we can't help Billy. So hopefully Billy can hear us, but he can't see us. And even if he can't, he'll listen back and go, yeah, I should have brought the guy. I mean, it's pretty simple.
Well, I got to start with the World Series because you're wearing the Braves hat, but you're wearing, what is that, an Expo shirt?
It is. I don't have a Braves shirt, but I might have to get one if they get there because we're on them to win the World Series. So okay. I wore the red because I was wearing the Astros stuff earlier in the week. I liked them in game 2, and I got the Astros on Psalm, so I wore that. But, yeah, man, the Braves game last night, I mean, Mr. Anderson delivered. The bullpen delivered. And I don't know, man. I don't know today if we can get there, John. I'm not sure.
Well, my problem, Dave, is with this series is I feel like the moment the Astros wake up, the series is over. The problem is they've only woken up for what, 2-3 innings.
It's true. Their lineup is. I mean, it just goes back and forth. You're right. They're supposed to hit, but you see in baseball, right? Sometimes the better hitting team runs into some good pitching and it's all over. And that's when the Astros, like last night, they got 2 hits in a whole game. I mean, it was cold for both teams. It was, it was wet and rainy for both teams. So, yeah, it's fascinating to me. And the fact that, I mean, it may not go back to Houston. As crazy as that is to believe, and I don't think that that's going to happen. I don't think the Braves win the next 2 and the World Series is over. I think it's going back to Houston. They either win today or tomorrow, and they're going to be down 3-2 is my guess. They're going to have to win both of those games at home, and they're throwing pitching stuff together right now. Like nobody knows who's pitching today. The game's today.
Now, with that being said, you are the sportsbook consigliere, so I want to know, who does the book want to win?
Oh, I don't think the book cares because, the Dodgers are out. That was the big concern. The Giants were the biggest liability for all the books everywhere because the odds were so high. And then, they didn't adjust because, the Giants were going to come back to reality of like, I'll leave it to, 80-1. Let these people keep betting it. Let's 60-1. Let them keep betting it. And they never went away. So between the Dodgers and the Giants being out, and then, in the American League, everyone in the AL East is out. So They're good with Houston winning it. They're good with the Braves winning it. I think they're better if the games keep going under like last night, because you look at the lineups. So, everybody's kind of betting over. I write a column for foxsports.com every day. And you kind of see where that's going as far as the total and the props. If they get a couple more 2-0 games, they'll send baseball season off into the sunset with a smile on their face.
All right. So with that being said, let's flip over to the football, because obviously we have a football weekend ahead.
Yep.
Usually, for those who don't know, just tuning in, Billy Schweim is live on location at the Great Bay Country Club. We're having a little bit of technical issue. As soon as they get back on, we'll hook up with Billy again. I see him arms crossed. He's not totally thrilled back there on the other end, but we'll get with Billy as soon as we can. Obviously, one of the big games today, the quote-unquote big noon game, Michigan versus Michigan State.
Yes.
Dave, this is a game, obviously huge rivalry game. Do you have a feel? How do you look at this game? Because I know for me, my first instinct is to say that 50-51 looks a little high on the over-under.
Yeah, 100%. I love the total under. And I very rarely say that, Josh. Like, I don't like saying I love anything, because I've known from a career of being in the book, anytime you love something, it probably means it don't love you back and you lose. So I really like the under in the game. But you got Michigan -4 on the road. They're both undefeated. Who would have guessed that both of these teams would be undefeated in 7-0? Michigan keeps winning and covering, 6-1 against the spread. Michigan State is 5-0-2 based on my numbers here against the spread. Something's got to give. All week I was kind of going on Michigan State plus the points at home. I don't think so. I've completely turned now, and I'm actually saying I think I would lay the points on the road. It's a tough game, and I can make a case for both sides. But if I had to pick it right now, Billy would make me pick it. I'd say you think you got to lay it before you take it.
All right, there you go. So you heard Michigan versus Michigan State today at 12 p.m. here on 97.3 ESP. A couple other college games to hit on with Dave. Pitt with the win last week.
Yes.
But 9.5 seems like a lot. I understand Miami's having a rough year, but Miami just took care of business last week against NC State. And there's a part of me that keeps waiting for Pitt to, shall we call it Clemson, like Clemson used to do in the early years.
Yep. Speaking of Pitt taking care of Clemson, they took care of Clemson. I mean, they covered, they were favored. Kenny Pickett's gotten into the Heisman Trophy discussion, bringing back those old uniforms, so they look great. 9.5 points. You're going to hear every wise guy, sharp guy, wannabe, bad guy. All these people are going to take Miami plus the points. In the book, I'd let them. Miami stinks. I don't think they cover. I think they lose by double digits. I think if you can get this thing less than 10, and I don't really advocate laying points, let alone laying big points, but I'm on Pitt until they prove me wrong. I'm on Pitt until they show me that, they don't want this stage, because I think they have the defense to go along with that offense and limit Miami's scoring. I mean, the total in the game is 61. How many points is Miami putting up in this game? 20? 24?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. And I think Pitt's getting at least 30. So there you go, Pitt cover.
Dave Sharapan joining us here in the locker room with Billy Schweim here on 97.3 ESPN. A couple other college games. Forget the NFL slate I want to hit on with you. Obviously, huge game today. Florida, Georgia. I mean, the name for the rivalry has changed 20 times. I don't even know what the name of the rivalry is anymore. I mean, it used to be the world's largest cocktail party. Then it used to be the world's largest drinking extravaganza. And now it's some other weird PC name. I'm so confused on
you can't call it a cocktail party no more. Like, what's the wrong thing about that?
I have no idea. I'm at the point where I don't even know who's saying what anymore. But here's what we do know. Georgia's favored by 13.5. The over-under is 51.5. The one book I'm looking at right now.
Yeah.
We know Georgia's the number one team, but Florida gave Alabama a fight.
Yes.
So can Florida give Georgia a fight?
Absolutely. I think it feels like for me, it's way too many points. It's a neutral site game. I love calling it the world's, biggest cocktail party. I think that's kind of cool. It always was, had a little thing. But I mean, they're going to change bullpens to arm barns, Josh. I don't know what's going on. They're changing the names of everything. I'm out of arm barn, cocktail party. It's a football game. I'm taking a dog. It's too many points. I like Florida. I'm not saying Florida can win the game, but why can't they? They could win this game and really mess up what's going on in the rankings in the SEC for sure, plus 14.
All right, 2 more college games before we get to the NFL. A game that I don't know what to do with. Ole Miss is plus 2.5 at Auburn. Anybody who watches college football knows Ole Miss has a Heisman Trophy candidate at quarterback. They got Lane Kiffin. They got all this stuff. But how on earth are they an underdog against an Auburn team that doesn't know who they are from week to week?
It's one of these things, and it's Halloween weekend, right? And I always go to this, is it a trick or a treat? Is this line? And, man, I'm laying it with Auburn. It's just one of those ones where I've been in the books long enough, and I go, man, as people come up to the counter, like, how is Ole Miss a dog? And they ask the question, and then they just willingly hand their money over, and they say, give me them on a money line. I don't even need the 2.5 points. Ole Miss is going to win this game. You guys get the wrong line. How are you people taking bets? Then after the game, when Auburn wins by 7 or more, and they go, oh, what do you like in the late games? I just want to know. And so it's just based on that alone, where I've seen it too many times. Give me Auburn minus the short number.
I'm actually seeing the value of Ole Miss in certain places is plus 100 is the value on the 2.5.
Yep.
So, I mean, yikes. I mean, that's a weird situation as well.
Strange. Yep.
Final college game, obviously this area, Penn State, big name out here at Ohio State. Now, Dave, I don't know if Penn State's going to be able to cover 19.5, but what I do know is that 61.5 is very interesting because Penn State has a defense. Yeah. Ohio State has something they call a defense.
It's called the Ohio State, by the way. Those people all get mad if you don't say the Ohio State. You know, I went to Penn State. I love Penn State, but man, I didn't love what I saw last week. What in the hell was that? That was, they lost as 24-point favorites at home to Illinois the week before the Ohio State game. How could this possibly happen? I'm still upset about it, but the steam has come on this thing. It opened 15. It's 19.5. There isn't anyone yet on any planet Earth that walked into any sports book or has an app that has taken Penn State. No one. This will be one of those games. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised to see Penn State give their best effort of the season. Or don't be surprised to see him get blown out by 30. I don't really know what to do with this game. My heart is saying, take the points. My head is saying, are you out of your mind? You can't do it. Total, I think it's got to be over. I really do. You're supposed to take the under, exactly what you said. But at this point, how many points is Penn State going to score? I think team total, Ohio State over. I don't think Penn State's going to be able to slow them down. I think they're going to keep going. Penn State's the one I'm worried about scoring. After last week at home against Illinois, Clifford, is he really healthy or not? I don't know, man. I'm scared. I'm very scared.
Dave Sharapan here on the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Billy Schweim will reconnect with us shortly here on 97.3 ESPN at Sportsbook Consig, Sports BK Consig on Twitter. Let's hit the NFL, Dave.
Yes, sir.
First of all, let's get the Eagles thing out of the way, okay? Look, I said it on my show this week, and I won't back away from this. I can't trust the Eagles. I understand they are technically a favorite this week, but I just can't trust them.
I don't trust this team either, man. I was here last week. The entire city of Philadelphia, South Jersey, all these people came here. I saw more Eagles stuff this week than I've seen in 20 years. People walking around. I saw Bill Berge, Wilbur Montgomery, Harold Carmichael. I saw all the jerseys. They were all here waving, and everyone's walking through the casino spelling E-A-G-L-E-S. People just screaming at each other. E-A! And they start screaming out of nowhere in between hands of blackjack. It was nuts. Anyhow, they're favored on the road. I don't care where the game's being. They're favored on the road. Either they're going to win this game by 14 points or they're losing outright. If you like the Eagles, That's one's for you. You can lay it. They're going to cover. This game ain't falling 3. Don't worry about the spread. I've been saying it all week. I'm going to stick to it. I could be dead wrong, but I think the Lions win. I think the Eagles lose. Give me the Lions on a money line. I'll gladly take the 3.5 points, but I think they're worth a shot. They've been getting close. They've been on, off, on, off. This would be the off week then. This would be the week they lose and never close. I don't see it. Something inherently wrong with that line for the Eagles. I think the Lions win the game.
By the way, I'm seeing that the money line is plus 165, 168 for the Lions. So there's some nice little value if you want to, you jump on that. A couple other NFL games for you, Dave. The Bills destroyed the Dolphins early this year, but they're only 14 is the spread right now.
Yeah.
Do you ride with the Bills again to wreck the Dolphins?
Bills off a bye. Dolphins are a mess. I normally I'm always looking for a reason to take the dog. Josh, I can't do it. I can't come up to the window and say, yeah, give me the 14 with the Dolphins. I can't do it. They housed them in Miami. Now the game's in Buffalo. I haven't checked the weather yet. Total's 48.5. I think the game flies over because I think Miami couldn't score last time against them. They will score this time. All the Bills do is score. They're trying to get 40 themselves every game. Over's the best play in the game. I would lay it before I would take it.
All right. I'm being signaled that Billy Schweim might be there.
Oh.
So we're going to see if Billy is there the moment I turn this up. So, Billy, are you there?
Hey, Josh, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Whoa,
there he is. Look, by the grace of God, we're back.
I'm here. Can you hear me, Josh?
Can you get Scotty McKay in there?
We got you.
The whole crew's here.
Well, I started smiling as soon as I saw Dave, the sportsbook consigliere, with his Atlanta Braves 1970s hat on.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Flat build, too.
Yeah, you missed the whole show, Billy. Where you been?
I know.
Me and Josh are doing a whole show.
I get to the point where I said, forget it. I'm starting my day.
I heard you. Yeah. I mean, it's
it.
It's noon somewhere. You can start drinking.
Right.
It's fine.
It's
all
noon
good.
somewhere.
Yeah, right there.
Dave, how you been, man?
Oh, we've been busy, Billy. We've been talking about the World Series. I'm writing a column on foxsports.com about the World Series and gambling and doing that. And then, still recovering from all you Philadelphia people being here, screaming EAGLES in the casinos all weekend. It was nuts. I was just telling Josh, I saw Bill Berge, Wilbur Montgomery, Harold Carmichael shirts all over the place. Seth Joyner, Reggie White, they were all here. Everybody was here. All in their jerseys.
All the fans didn't do anything to help us with the game.
I don't know if Reggie was there. He's dead.
Well, I saw 92 green and it said White on the back. So they were all over the place. Yeah, they were all here.
It is Halloween weekend, so I mean they were preparing.
We got spooked. That's why we weren't on the air.
Okay.
The ghouls and goblins were all over us today.
Well, we did the college. Me and Josh, we went through it all. We did a bunch of games, and then the Eagles game was the first one.
I could see it, Dave. We just couldn't hear you.
Okay, well, we said the Eagles
thing.
No, absolutely not. Sometimes just looking is better than listening.
Right,
please.
right.
You've all been married or still are or going to be. And sometimes it's better just to see and not hear. Eagles minus 3.5 on the road. I can't even believe this team's favored on the road. I said they're either going to win this game by 10 or more and kill Detroit, or they're losing outright. I voted losing outright. I said I don't understand the line. Sometimes there's just lines every week in the NFL.
But you can't pick this team to win ever again until they show you something. You can't go with them.
Yeah. What are they going to show us? Like, I don't even know what I'm going to see where I'm going to go, okay, I feel better about this team. What happened with the Raiders game? It pretty much iced it, in my opinion. I watched a lot. I'm not impressed. I don't know.
See, I you know what? On Thursday night, I took the Cardinals and the over in a 2-team tease. Now I was getting the Cardinals +2 and the over and under. The over number was 42.5, and I still lost.
Yeah, well,
they won the game outright. Green Bay did.
You should probably listen to the Cash Considerations podcast that I do every week, because I had Green Bay in the under. Just so you know, Billy. I mean, I got one right. It's okay. Sometimes I get it right, but
that's why we have. But that's why we have you on the show.
I don't get it right all the time, though. I definitely don't get it right all the time. But I've been pretty good with the baseball. Today's a toss-up with the baseball. I mean, it's a bullpen game. They're treating it like a spring training game. It's game 4 of the World Series. Nobody knows who's pitching. We're only going to go 2 innings. We're going to change the pitchers. We got some guys unavailable. The World Series is nuts right now. What other football games you looking at, Billy?
I got to tell you,
got the pro games?
I have all discombobulated here.
You ain't got nothing.
We got pushed.
I can go with some pros.
Scotty McKay will go for you because I didn't get a chance to set up. And
Somebody's prepared here, Dave. What the hell?
I was prepared. But
my first pro game, Cowboys Vikings.
Oh man. So this thing opened up Dallas -2.5, got bet down a pick, and went back up to Dallas -2.5 because it was like, oh, Dak may play, may not. Well, I like the Vikings before the line move, and then the line move came. It's Vikings -3. Well, guess who's not playing? Dak ain't playing. I'd bet the house. And hasn't been officially announced. He ain't playing. If he plays, I'll be shocked. But I've been picking against Dallas all season. They're the only undefeated team against the spread. So I don't believe what I'm seeing. It finally paid off on Thursday night when I've been picking against Arizona. Everybody comes back to reality. I like Minnesota in the game.
Wow, good. Titans Colts.
Oh, this is a great game. This is a fantastic football game. The total's 51. So it opened pick, which I was surprised about because, I was with my producer, the kid from Philly, Dan Alexander. He's at Newbie Talks on Twitter, and we were going over the lines before they came out. And I said, Indy -2.5. And he's like, what do you mean? I said, they're at home. They're just coming off that win. Carson Wentz, your boy, is looking pretty good. And the line came out pick, and the bad guys played the Colts. So now we're at 2.5, 3. I agree with the move. I think the Colts win the game. I think Tennessee's defense is going to be the downfall for them in this game. I don't know. The total's 51. Feels like it's an under if the Colts win. It's an over if the Titans win.
All right. Sportsbook consigliere Dave Sharapan with his 6-pack of picks. You know what, Dave? I really appreciate you filling in and you and Josh taking over while we were having problems here. He did a yeoman's work.
Well, we also have a good thing. The odds of Billy beating Pete Thompson on the golf course.
Oh, yeah. What are the odds on that?
And the over-under is 215 for their score.
Hold on. Wait a second. Billy's golfing?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how this all started. Pete Thompson said, my Sunday co-host said that he can beat me. So we're going head-to-head at the Great Bay Country Club, one of my great sponsors.
So have either of you played the course before?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
You've both played it before.
Matter of fact, Pete played it last Monday. I haven't played it in about 5 months, 4 months.
Oh, you're a huge dog, Billy. You're a huge dog.
He's heard that before, too.
Listen, I'm just saying, I'm going to make the line right now. So he played it last week. You haven't played it in 5 months. I seen you. We met face to face and we hung out and talked, but I didn't see your golf swing. But based on your body type and your age and everything like this, all right, I'm gonna say your dog price is getting bigger actually, and I don't even know the other guy. What's the weather like there, Billy?
It's sunny. The sun is coming. We had a
Is there any
rain.
There's wind.
Little wind.
And the course is wet.
I would say breeze.
Course is a little wet.
A little wet.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're getting no roll after we hit
roll
the
in the drives.
Oh boy.
Listen, Dave. When Billy hits his drive off the tee, there's not a lot of roll when it hits a tree either.
Oh man,
it usually rolls backwards.
Now, see, that's not an accurate statement because I keep the ball right in the fairway. Wow. I just don't hit it far.
Yeah.
All right, Billy. I'm just telling you right now. I'm going to give you 3 aside. You're +6. I'm going to say you're +6.5. You're +6.5 stroke wise. And money line wise, you're at least 350. +350.
And the over-under is 215 for both their scores.
Combined score, Scooter.
Combined score.
What's the over-under? 215?
215.
That's a lot of strokes. Somebody's back's going to hurt after that.
He's getting his money's worth.
By the way, Dave, your good buddy John Coyle just walked in. He's golfing with us today.
Coyle's golfing with you too.
Coyle is golfing with us.
How did I not get an invitation to this?
Because you're out in Vegas. You're our sportsbook consigliere.
All right. Well, we got to put together a golf outing sooner rather than later.
We'll bring the crew out to Vegas. How about that?
All right. Perfect. Enjoy the day of golf. Hit it straight, Billy. Keep it in the fairway.
Dave,
and listen, give the guy a putt or two early, so maybe you can get him. Give him that 6-footer. Say it's good.
Dave Sharapan, the sportsbook consigliere in the locker room with Billy Schweim and the Barb's Harley Davidson Sports Hotline. Hey, we'll be up and running on time next week. All right, there he is. Hey, let's. By the way, Scooter. So let's, as we're now back on, this started because we wanted to thank our sponsors and a lot of the guests that we've had over the years. So I just wanted to make a note that Randazzo's, Maserati, the main line, Lenigan Plumbing and Heating, Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical, Mark Grimes, My Winter Watchdog, the Jersey Man Magazine, Blitz's Market, Stell Exteriors, Surety Title, Barb's Harley Davidson, BioBlasting.com, Local Gym and Fitness, Reds Jersey Mex, and The Point. We want to thank you.
Yeah,
great sponsors.
We have some of the greatest sponsors, greatest people that run these places too, which is great.
All right, the first hour is sponsored by Surety Title. And by the way, all my stuff is all over the place. I don't even know where my Surety
You mean the
Title
first 5 minutes?
Do you think I know it by heart, though? I say it so much. All right, the first hour of the locker was powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers, sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process from contract signing to closing, from the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you. Surety Title's 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Friends, let me tell you about My Winter Watchdog. Have you heard about New Jersey's premier vacant home management service, My Winter Watchdog? You know those worrisome thoughts that creep into your mind every time you hear of a storm coming and the daunting task of driving down to the shore to check on your house, hours of time on the road. Let My Winter Watchdog be your eyes and ears with their 15-point inspection checklist. They offer a full menu of maintenance improvement services. Owner Debbie McGonigal and her team of property caretakers are professional, licensed, bonded, and insured. So don't let the winter worry you. They'll give your house that lived-in look. That's My Winter Watchdog. Go to mywinterwatchdog.com or give them a call at 267-202-1869. That's 267-202-1869, or shoot Debbie an email, Debbie@mywinterwatchdog.com. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up the first hour of the locker room.
4 or 5 minutes.
And we'll get, or the first 5 minutes of the locker room. And we'll get us back on track for the hour two. I believe we'll have Radio Ron Ralston at the table, and we'll be talking with Steve Coates, Scooter, from Calgary.
He's from Calgary.
Well,
there you go. He's in Calgary. Yeah.
You know Steve Coates isn't from Calgary.
No.
Right?
Well, he could
Dopey.
be.
All right, when we return, we'll have more of the locker room with Billy Schweim, Scott McKay, right here on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app.
ESPN with the voice of the 76ers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
Makes a move down the lane and a two-hand jam.
The Sixers host the Atlanta Hawks. Coverage begins at 7:30. Philadelphia 76ers basketball on your radio home of the Sixers in South Jersey. 97.3 ESPN. South Jersey's play-by-play home for the 76ers.
Hi, I'm Daniel Baldwin, and I'd like you to do something for me right now. That's right, right now. I want you to go to bioblasting.com. That's BIOBLASTING.com. Right now. Just go to bioblasting.com or call them at 833-BIO-BLAST. Use promo code ESPN to get 20% off your order. Bioblasting, located in Egg Harbor Township. People, pet, and planet friendly.
Hi. This is Lou Capelli, Camden County Commissioner Director, reminding everyone to get vaccinated to help protect yourself, your family, and neighbors. The vaccine has proven to be safe, effective, and can stop the spread of COVID-19. We are providing free vaccine to all residents that want it and bringing it into the community. As things open up throughout our region, your vaccine shot, along with wearing a mask and social distancing, will get us to a post-pandemic world. For updated information on COVID-19 and vaccination efforts, visit CamdenCounty.com. We're all in this together. Let's play our part to stay safe and
1 minute,
healthy
Bill.
this summer.
Hi, I'm Tony DeSalle, President and CEO of Crest Savings Bank. As a community bank with deep roots in the area, it's only natural to expand in the community. At our new financial center in Cape May Courthouse, you'll find deposit, lending, and wealth management solutions, all delivered with our unique brand of personal service. For over 100 years, we've believed that from deep roots grow strong branches. Visit us in person or online at crestsavings.bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Green 38.
Eagle fans, Baldy on the mic to introduce you to a new solar team of EMT Solar Roofing and Solar Guardians. Need a new roof? Want to go solar? Have solar but need to upgrade your roof? They're your solar team no matter your football team. Visit ESPN
So we're going to go right into the music bed and finish out the hour so I can catch up on your commercials
EMT
here,
Solar
okay?
Roofing and Solar Guardians. One click, one team, one solution. Start saving thousands today at ESPNsolar.com.
I guess we're back. We're back here in the locker room with Billy Schweim, Scotty McKay. We're broadcasting live at the Great Bay Country Club, Somers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day, Great Bay. We got about, 30 seconds left here. And then we get back. Everything should be up and running perfectly. We got Tommy Green here. We got Brad Quast, former Eagle, Radio Ron Ross.
30 seconds.
We've got Mark Grimes, John Coyle, Ryan Owens. We got them all here. We're going to get everybody on, Scooter.
Kevin Kelly. We got them all here.
Kevin Kelly's here.
20 seconds.
All right, so we'll try to get.
It's a team effort here. We're getting this going. All
right.
Brad's on his 7th.
When we return, we'll have Radio Ron Ralston on the set, and we'll hear from Steve
10
Coates
seconds.
out in Calgary. It's the locker room with Billy Schweim live from the Great Bay Country Club right here on 97.3 ESPN
3,
and the
2,
97.3 ESPN
1.
mobile app.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Come experience the ultimate sports destinations all season long at the Wild Wild West, Tropicana, and Harrah's Resort Atlantic City. Watch games live on their big screens and place bets on your favorite teams, athletes, and more. Plus, book your game day experience with food by Guy Fieri, Chickies and Pete's, or AC Burger Company. Visit Caesars.com to reserve your seats today. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Know when to stop before you start. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So it's about time for an oil change? We've got what you need. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Mobil 1 full synthetic or synthetic high mileage motor oil and an STP extended life oil filter for just $36.99. And you can get it all fast, your way. Just order online with our free same-day store pickup or next-day delivery.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Start your job today at AutoZone.com. Restrictions apply.
Chickies and Pete's, your favorite local sports bar. Home of the best in-game experience. Go where the players go. Catch all the action at all Chickies and Pete's all season long. Live football shows and
There you
Eagles
are,
pep rallies
Belly.
in South Philly. Every Monday, the Brandon Graham Show.
I can
Plus
hear
the
you.
Chickies and Pete's Players Lounge with Miles Sanders or Darius Slay. Chickies and Pete's is a proud partner of the Philadelphia Eagles and the official caterer of Eagles training camp. And the first
Well, we only got 90 seconds. So either I got to extend this break or you guys got to be ready lickety split.
For the full schedule. College football Saturdays at Chickies and Pete's are on. Chickies and Pete's, your favorite local
just
sports
told
bar.
you, you had
Enjoy
90
the
seconds.
college football $5 game day menu every Saturday starting at 11 a.m. World famous crab fries, tasty roast pork sandwiches, Chickies boneless wings, and more. Plus Coors Light and Blue Moon.
So
Ice
why
Cold
did you guys
beer
move over there
specials
again?
Every college football Saturday at all Chickies and Pete's. Chickies and Pete's is a proud partner of the Philadelphia Eagles and the official caterer of Eagles training camp and the first
Rule number 4, always have a 100-foot cable.
I'm Serena Williams. You watch me live on TV.
And I'm that voice from movies you watch on demand. DirecTV Stream brought us together to save the world.
I told Dave Sherapan that the
DirecTV
reason why you
Stream
weren't
does
connected
bring
was
your
because I
live
wasn't
and
there.
on-demand favorites together.
Your favorites together.
I just said that.
She just said that.
Introducing DirecTV Stream, the best of live TV and on demand with no annual contract. Get your TV together at DirecTV.com.
Requires high-speed internet and compatible device. Content varies by package and location. Restrictions apply.
The first bet on Caesars Sportsbook app is up to $5,000 risk-free, people. When I told my team about the idea, they said I was being too wonderful and magnificent. But I don't care how awesome this makes me. I'm doing this for the people. So just download the app, and that first bet is up to $5,000.
You know, the last time we had trouble getting Ron Long when you guys got kicked off the air.
People.
Must be 21. Offer valid in New Jersey.
He might be plugged into the wrong
Terms and conditions
pot.
apply. See Caesars.com/promos. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
We know sports.
10-5 touchdown!
97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD.
Is that mic just dead?
Atlantic City, a Town Square media station.
Rapid fire. Read off who's plugged into what channel for me. Go. So Billy's in too? So Billy's 4? Here we go.
Welcome back into the locker room with Billy Schweim, Scotty McKay, right here on 97.3 ESPN and the ESPN mobile app. We're also streaming live on Twitter and YouTube today. You can see the fiasco that is a live remote here. But we are at the beautiful Great Bay Country Club. If you want to come on down, we got T-shirts, mugs. We've got former Philly pitcher Tommy Green here. Former Eagle Brad Quast is here. We've got Mark Grimes, John Coyle, all my advertisers. Radio Ron Ralston has been really great to invite us to broadcast live from this magnificent golf course.
Yeah, listen, I've played a lot of golf courses in my life, but when you come down here, you know that you're going to get a great day out here with great conditions. The greens are always beautiful here. So, and they're even going to be doing more now with the thing. We didn't get a chance to ask Ron earlier, what are some of the secrets that are coming up pretty soon with the new ownership, but we'll get him in.
So we're working on getting his mic up and running right now. We just have the two headsets going on. And, but we got Pete Thompson in the house, Mike Gill's here. And like I said, it's Scooter, the way this whole thing started was to get the advertisers to say thank you to the advertisers who supported. Without the advertisers, Scotty McKay, this show would not be possible.
No, they're, like I said before, not only are they great guys that want to advertise their business and get something out of this on the radio, but they're great people. And that's
and they love sports too.
Yeah,
look at Joe Lennigan. He's a huge Eagles fan. Mark Grimes. I mean, Mark Grimes is a big sports guy, right?
It's always been a big sports guy. His kids play sports.
That's right.
Even in sports, it's great.
So we're this show is predicated on the fact that Pete Thompson thinks he can beat me in golf.
Listen, I'm thinking he's got a shot.
I don't like Dave Sarapan, the sportsbook consigliere, with his over and under. I don't like that either.
Well, he met you and he saw he saw everything. So he knows. He's got it down. Like I said, 215 is the over under. We're nervous.
And he starts critiquing my physique.
I know.
What's up with that?
I don't know. Just look down.
I don't even be able to see my golf club.
You can see the golf ball either.
All right. Once again, we have great sponsors, but we've also, Scooter, over the years, I've compiled a list of some of the people that we've had on the show.
Right.
And it's not easy getting these people, as you know, as well connected as you are. You even have a tough time.
Yeah, it's tough sometimes.
A lot of these, a lot of the people that we've had on over the years, it's through networking, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm sure Grimesy's mad at me because I call him up and say, Grimesy, get me this person, get me that person, and he comes through.
Yeah.
Right.
Because he knows a lot of people. He is the realtor at the shore.
Yeah, he's my agent at the beach.
That's right.
Ron Ralston and Radio Ron Ralston at the Great Bay Country Club. I call him up. I said, "Yo, man, can you get us on a course?" And he accommodates us anytime we want to go on here.
Yeah, you surround yourself with good people, and that's where success comes from.
So we had a great year. We've had a great run so far. We've had some big names on the show: Jimmy Johnson, Joe Namath, Coy Detmer, Sean Landetta, Merrill Reese, Milt Thompson. I compiled a list, and Ken Dunnick, of course, from the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine. He was going to be here today, but they're actually starting a new Miami.
Steve Coates is ready.
Miami Man magazine. John Runyon, Scott Graham, Chuck Fletcher. We've had the GM. How about Trader Chuck? Look at the Flyers off to a 4-1-1 start, Scotty
Big
McKay.
time. And a lot of it's because of the guys they brought in.
Right?
Sam Atkinson's having a great season, 6 goals and 1 assist.
These guys, you know what, Scooter? They look like they have a jump in their skate. They look like they're having fun.
Well, that's the key to success.
Right?
Times. Yep. And winning creates that too.
Some other names: Ricky Batalico, Steve Javi, Greg Mark, Larry Boa, Ross Colton, Craig Berube, the Chief. How wonderful has he been to the show?
Yeah. He sometimes scratches his head.
Steve
Mark
Coates is
Zumoff.
on hold.
All right, Mark Zumoff, Pat Croce, and the list goes on and on. We'll continue giving these people shout-outs, but let's bring in the man himself. Radio Ron Ralston is back.
Billy Schweimer, thank you so much. This has been some afternoon here at the Great Bay Country Club.
We're just getting warmed up.
See all the work that goes into this?
All right. So
you run a tight operation, Billy, let me tell you.
Hey, I was told everything was going to be taken care of, so I delegated the authority. That'll never happen again.
Right.
You want something done right, you do it yourself. All right.
Or surround yourself with good team and good people like
you
that.
have our second guest, because we didn't get a chance to talk to our first guest, hardly, Dave Sharpan, the sports book in Siglieri. But you set this one up, Ron. Our next guest, you have him on the billboard. His face is on the billboard out there when you ride by the Parkway.
Better him than me.
Yeah, right. Wow.
They tell me I have a real face for radio. So.
All right, let's go to the Barb's Harley Davidson Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room a great friend of Radio Ron Ralston, the face of the Great Bay Country Club, Steve Coates. What's up, Steve? Coachy, what happened? You lose your voice?
And gold.
What, Coachy? First of all, we want to. We're glad that you're back up and running and healthy and swinging the clubs. I heard you're looking good out there on the course, but it's been a slow recovery. But you're back, and how about the Flyers at a 4-1-1 clip right now? Coach, and we wish you were here, actually. We got a little locker room challenge. Pete Thompson, Coach, he thinks he can beat me in a round of golf. Well, Radio Ron Ross, as soon as I told Radio Ron that Pete Thompson challenged me to a round of golf, he said, we got to have you here. And we're going to put you up, and we're going to do a little something fun. We're going to have a broadcast live, and I've got former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green here, former Eagle Brad Quast, and of course a couple of my advertisers, Mark Grimes, Radio Ron Ralston, Tom Jackson will be here. So we're going to have some fun today here at the Great Bay Country Club. Scott McKay.
Everything.
Scott McKay's my handicap.
His handicap is north of 30. How's that?
Coatsy, I'm going to say it's swing oil.
Thompson's a third. No, he said he was
36.
36.
And I got Billy at a 32. So they're going to see a lot of the course today. Neither one of them can, Coach.
Oh, yeah, right.
Neither one of them
can.
Coachy, I got to ask you, is this one of the better Flyers teams you've seen in the recent years? I mean, they've missed the playoffs, every other year for the last 10 years. They've made it, missed it, made it, missed it. Is this one of the better teams that you've seen that's been put together?
On the blue line, there were question marks. Obviously, we had Martin Jones, whether he was going to be a good backup for Carter Hart. There's a question mark whether Carter Hart was going to be any good. And, Jones won the game for the Flyers in Vancouver. So,
yeah.
I mean, if you get that kind of goaltending, you can win a lot of
yeah.
When you get Hayes back, got it to smack away.
Going. Yeah, no problem.
The real deal. And that makes everybody feel better in the locker room when you got a guy that can go out. I don't know if you saw the fight the other night. He had a blue shed, but it was absolutely spectacular. And that's what you need on your team. You have to have grit. You just can't have a mascot named Grit. You got to have in saying that, I think that it's been a great addition, and I think that the team right now is getting better every day. I mean, he added some people, and I just think once we get Hayes back, we'll be real strong in the middle, and this will be a very hard team to play against.
Yeah, we're talking with Steve Coates, radio commentary for the Flyers radio call in the booth with Tim Saunders. One thing that I noticed that I'm reading right now as I'm talking, actually, but it's very important that the fact that this team has scored the first goal in 5 of their 6 games.
Nothing wrong with getting off to a good start. Yeah, right.
We never came up with any kind of intensity at all. None. In fact, when you go back to the Flyers, you're always down a goal before you even stepped on the ice in the Spectrum and in the Wells Fargo Center. But all of a sudden, for some reason, this team just didn't come out with any intensity. Instead of coming out and chasing down the puck and taking the body and being aggressive, they would say, how was your trip in? How was your hotel room? Did you have a nice trip in? How's your locker room? Are you comfortable? Make teams comfortable. You can't do that. So all of a sudden you start scoring goals. You're coming out. You're taking control of the hockey game. You're not chasing the game anymore, and that's what it's all about.
Sure. Coach, I mean, we've had Chuck Fletcher on the show a number of times, and I think he did a great job this year, and not just bringing in players that have the ability to change the game in a lot of senses, but they've also brought in veteran leadership, guys that are, Cam Atkinson, who's 32, Brassard, who's 34, guys that can actually contribute more than just on the ice. I mean, Keith Yandel. I mean, these are guys that have really made a difference. Ellis, who's missed the last couple of games with an upper body injury, but you said it right. Guys like a Kevin Hayes comes back and he plays between maybe Farabee and Atkinson. They're a better team right off the bat with that right there, better than they even are.
I totally agree. I think what you basically have is a swagger, and that swagger comes from with you adding a guy like Rick Schweim and Yandel and Ellis, and like you mentioned, Atkinson. You bring in a different culture. You can feel it on the plane. You can feel it when you're going to the locker room now. This is a different group. This is not a group like last year that had learned how to lose. And we're all right with losing. This is a team that all of a sudden has that swagger. And as a broadcaster, and as long as I've been doing it, you can feel it right now with this team. And this was on a good trip most of the time over the last 2 years, coming out to Vancouver and Edmonton, getting your butt handed to you. Come home now, you've won 2, and have to take on a big, tough Calgary team tonight. So we'll see a lot about what this team's about tonight.
We're talking with Steve Coates, radio commentator, color guy for the Flyers broadcast right here on 97.3 ESPN. We got Radio Ron Ralston sitting with us, and we were wishing we were kind of hoping you'd be here today, Coatesy. Obviously, it's what time is it out there in Calgary?
Drink
not
time.
too bad. Yeah, right. Perfect.
Sounds like tea time.
Vancouver was 3 hours, Edmonton was 2 hours, Calgary's 2 hours. But we'll get these road trips out of the way, and then we'll move forward next week. But Calgary, if you ever been out here, this is an absolute spectacular town. I mean, the mountains are here. It's Banff. It's a beautiful area. Beautiful area.
Yeah.
Well, Coatesy, we really appreciate you getting up early in the morning and coming on the program. Let's go Flyers, and we'll see you when you get home. All right, Coatsy, sounds good. Next time, we'll talk to you soon. All right, there he is.
Thanks for the support, Coatsy.
Steve Coates calling in from Calgary. So I thought it was earlier there.
No, it's 2 hour difference.
It's 2 hour difference. Yeah. Have you ever been to Calgary there?
I have
Radio
not.
Run?
I've been to Vancouver.
I've been to Vancouver.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful city,
beautiful. Tremendous city.
All right. The second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. You can play on their 18-hole championship golf course, enjoy fine dining, experience lively atmosphere in the pub. There's a full calendar of golf and social events throughout the season to appeal to everyone. For more information on how to become a member, go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Somers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. And if you're in the area, stop on by, say hello. Tommy Green's here. Brad Quast is here from the Eagles. And, of course, Mark Grimes, all the advertisers. We're going to have some fun here today. Come on out and say hi. We got T-shirts, coffee mugs, you name it. When we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schweim broadcasting live from the Great Bay Country Club on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app.
It's Sixers basketball tonight on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the 76ers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
Makes a move down the lane and a two-hand jam.
The Sixers host the Atlanta Hawks. Coverage begins at 7:30. Philadelphia 76ers basketball on your radio home of the Sixers in South Jersey. 97.3 ESPN. South Jersey's play-by-play home for the 76ers.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com. Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical. They're number one.
The whole goal is to point people to something bigger.
What if the news was different and covered more than one side of the story? Not just the who or the what, but the why. What if it took you closer?
It's information and people want it.
So you can make up your own mind. What if the news lets you think for yourself? Introducing a new point of view. Yours. Newsy. Watch Newsy free on your TV. Learn more at newsy.com.
Are you getting hit hard by low trade offers?
Ouch, that was a blindside. That's a personal foul.
Don't get blindsided by low trade offers. Bring any trade to Matt Blatt Kia. Used car values are at an all-time high. Get to Matt Blatt Kia and select from over 100 new and certified Kias. Ready for delivery today. Put zero down and pay 0% interest for 60 months on every 2022 Kia Stinger and Niro EV. And remember, if you clear $400 per week, Matt Blatt Kia wants to approve you today. So bring any trade and drive home in a new Kia today with zero down and 0% financing.
It's gotta be a Matt Blatt Kia.
Offers with approved Tier 1 or 2 credit through Kia Motors Finance. Not all will qualify. 0% based on 1667 per 1,000.
Scott.
Negative equity finance.
Scott.
New loan. Excludes taxes, title, license. Offers do not
Scooter.
apply. Call 877-289-6667.
Tell Billy to put his damn headset on.
MattBlattKiaNJ.com for complete details. Expires 11/3/2021. Matt Blatt Kia 6211.
Billy,
Horse Pipe.
if you have any hope of me making you another hour on this damn station today, you cannot spend half the break off the mic. You understand me?
Care. So I could have therapy.
Don't all right me. I'm running blind back here, just like you're having a shit show over there, all right?
If you wanted to. Wait, You're
Yeah,
right.
well, I
don't
need
even like
you
when
to
people see me
run
singing.
your show,
Couch
okay?
appointment
I'm trying to figure out how to get a hold of you to tell you how much time is
Virtual
on during the
visits are
break.
just one of the ways United Healthcare helps connect you to better
You have
health.
20 seconds.
Learn more at uhc.com. Plan benefits may vary.
Just because summer is over doesn't mean that the Jersey Fresh season is. I'm New Jersey Secretary of Agriculture Doug Fisher, reminding you that Jersey Fresh fall favorites are now harvesting apples, beets, broccoli, squashes, spinach, cranberries, and more. Get real local Jersey Fresh.
All right, we're back here in the locker room with Billy Schweim, Scotty McKay. We're broadcasting live from the Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. And the sun's out, Scotty McKay.
Yeah, finally.
Right after all this rain,
We were worried about all the
yeah,
weather.
right. Everybody's worried about the. That's the least of our worries. We had
right.
people not showing up. We got the radio's not technical difficulties.
The storm was inside today.
Yeah, that's where the storm was. All right, so this whole came about because Pete Thompson thinks he can beat me in golf, and I said, you know what, Radio Ron said, why don't you guys come down here, have your people come down? I said, I want to give back. I want to say thank you to my advertisers, Mark Grimes and Tommy Jackson's going to be here in a few minutes, but I also want to thank some of the athletes that have been so gracious to come on the show. And joining us live here right now is former Phillies pitcher Tommy Green. What's up, T. Green?
What's up, pal? I got to know one thing with this golf. Who's been talking to trash?
Well, I've been
between you and Pete.
I've been talking a little bit more trash, but I know I can beat him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but listen.
That's like baseball. It ain't over till she sings, man.
I'm not playing on a broken leg like Charlie Morton, but I got my motion right here.
It might be more than motion. Hey, by the end of the day, it's going to look like the walking wounded out there, man.
Right.
Hey, Tommy, I wanted to invite. You're a great guy. Every time I've talked to a lot of athletes. I've had a lot of people on my show. And by and large, they get back to me. But you get back to me right away. You're a stand-up guy. You've been a great friend of the locker room. And that's why I wanted to get you here. I wanted to say thank you.
Hey, I appreciate you having me, man. It's all about staying out there and being a part of the sports community. And I love and it's what I did, and it's what I like to do.
Yeah, man.
So, and you meet good people like yourself, so and to be able to do different things and find a way to give back, to the community.
By the way,
that's what you're doing.
There was a nice picture that you posted on Facebook.
That would be my wife.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you met an elderly Phillies fan, and I have a mother that's 100 years old. Yeah. Seeing you in that picture, that made me feel good.
Yeah, she was 90, getting ready to turn
She's
90.
Big Phillies fan.
Yeah, she was 90 years old and watched every Phillies game. And what was so amazing about it, she sits there, she lives by herself, and she watches the game, and then sometimes they replay the games later.
Yeah,
she'll watch it again. And just I don't know if she expects a different outcome, but right. But she is a loyal fan, and that's what's so great about Philadelphia area. They love their sports, and it starts. Everybody, grandmas,
right.
wives.
Yeah, right. You know what I noticed? I heard on a couple other radio shows. Especially when the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many phone calls we had from people saying, my father, he just passed. He was people talk about family and how important it is. Like when you guys went you didn't win the World Series, but you got there, lost.
You got to get to the dance.
But you got to get to the dance. Yeah. And like the 08 team, the 1980 team, the Eagles, it galvanizes a community. Yeah. And you live in the area now. Mm-hmm. You're not from here, but you live here, and you can walk around and you can walk on water here, right?
I tell you what, if we'd won it, yeah. Because I think people endured. They were drawn to that team.
You guys
through the years, that team. People see that's their favorite team a lot.
That's my favorite
team. But just to catch the characters we have, it was an insane asylum in there. It was never a dull moment, put it that way. We had a great time. Me being from North Carolina, I didn't grow up around, this type of big league sports, like Major League Baseball, football, whatever. I grew up ACC basketball, which was, sure. That was my major. So I didn't have an affiliation with my favorite team. I didn't have a favorite team in baseball or,
is that right?
or basketball like NBA or whatever. But I was a Carolina Tar Heel, and when NFL season come around, my people, my friends and stuff, were a bunch of front runners. They were the Redskins or Dallas, You know, so I said, I'm going to show you. I was a defensive guy, so I was either going to go black and silver or black and gold. Okay, so I went. Ultimately,
Pittsburgh.
I was like 7 year old.
Right.
7 years old. I went Pittsburgh. Goes why? Mean Joe Green spelled his name like me on the back of his jersey. And that's the way I've been. I mean, I'm not like I live and die by it, but I've always been a fan of black and gold, and I've always supported the like.
And of course, growing up down south, I mean, golf's big down there, and that's you probably started golfing at a young age, right?
Yeah. Look, that's deceiving because I mean we couldn't afford to play. I mean, I played one round when I was 13, and then I didn't really pick it up again until I was in big league camp. Wow. Playing behind, Glavin and Pete Smith and all those guys who played, Merker and all those guys who played. So I worked. I got started on the game really by myself when I looked to make a change and learn how to play better, probably in the mid 90s, 95.
So, and you
were, and then, it kind of went from there. I watched a lot when the Golf Channel started watching. You watched David Ledbetter.
Sure.
Hey, if you want to be a better golfer, learn how to draw the ball. Right. I mean, you're working on your stuff because right-handed golfers or left, I mean, they slice the ball.
Right.
Sure. Your natural thing. You want to make a change, you got to learn how to.
Well,
you hit it straighter, you have to learn how to do something different.
Don't give away too many secrets. Pete Thompson will pick up on it.
He's out at the range right now.
He says what he's doing.
But I mean, I didn't.
So I always remember Harry Callis saying to you, calling you T the Green.
Okay, you want to know where that comes from?
Yeah, tell us about that.
You want to hear about that one? Okay, we were in Montreal and. We go in there for it's when I threw the no-hitter. So we were in there for a 3-game set, I think. And I think the second day he had a golf, round set up, and then from the golf round, he come right from the golf course to the Olympic Stadium. So he had his Jack Blazer and stuff with him. And so he come to the went to the golf course, played, come to the stadium, and he was, sitting up in the booth. He was getting stuff out of his pockets and stuff, and he ended up finding he had a golf tee in his ball, a Carolina blue golf tee.
Right.
It was a blue golf tee. Right. It was Carolina blue, and he set it up on the ledge and stuff. Right. It was the day I threw the no-hitter, so it was the following day. He still had that in his blazer pocket. For the reason he put it there, and he stuck his hand. He felt that, and he put it up there, and I threw the no-hitter that day. So, I mean, from then on, he'd walk through the clubhouse. He'd show me, the day I pitched, and he'd walk by and he'd show me the tee. And while he was going to be up on the thing, he called me T to Green. Yeah, that's right. T2 Green. Yeah. So then it morphed into T to Green.
We got Tommy Green joining us here at the Great Bay Country Club. We're broadcasting live. We're going to be teeing off today. Pete Thompson, it's a locker room challenge, Scotty McKay. You're the commissioner of this thing. You set it up. How are we going to score?
Well, we put a little skins game together where we're trying to match guys with. We were doing a 2-foursome thing. It ends up being more guys, but you'll play against Pete.
Okay.
In a regular match.
But Tommy and I are in the cart together.
You in the cart together. I'll play against Tommy. He's a 5. I'm like a 10. And then we'll have our foursome will play against another foursome. And then we had to add 2 more guys in it. So we got a thing figured out. Radio Ron's got a thing all figured out. We got handicaps in there.
And of course, I got Blitz's Market and Randazzo's. We have signs set up on the par 3s. So closest to the pins, one, you get a gift certificate from Randazzo's. And I think the hole in one is Blitz's. You get like $100 hoagies all summer long. It's like I try to get Michael Pileggi from Maserati, the main line, to drive up a Maserati and put it right on the hole. He wouldn't do it.
Jesus, come on.
He's worried about Tommy Green hitting a hole in one.
Yeah, right.
I wasn't worried about you.
I just want to hit the green.
That's right.
Hey, Tommy, what do you make of the World Series, the Braves against the Houston Astros? And, of course, all the trouble with Houston and the Yankees, cheating and whatnot. But they make it back. Yeah. So they're kind of vindicated themselves. But how about this Charlie Morton story? I mean, that is – I made a list of some players that played hurt. Okay, I got a list here. I thought about this. I said, that was a pretty heroic thing that he did. He got 4 outs on a broken leg.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he didn't know it was broken at the time. But,
right.
We've all took balls off. I mean, I've taken balls off the foot and down there, and on the ankle. Where you got hit pretty good. I mean, it happened to hit me in the right spot. You got more on the tendons in the middle. I mean, but still, it bangs you up. You play hurt, but that's a pretty amazing thing knowing this. I mean, that one push right there, if he's got a fracture or something like that, it could make it do even worse.
Did you see after when he finally went down, he buckled?
Yeah.
I mean, he
So, I mean, I'm hoping that, hopefully it's just it stayed like it was, and he's going to heal up just fine
Yeah.
because you got a chance of making things. It can go kooky, which is, I mean, it's a testament. You break a bone, it hurts,
right?
You know, so
I remember Donovan McNabb. He played on a broken ankle.
Yeah.
And I was at that game, and he played the whole second half on a broken ankle.
Yeah, they taped him up as good as they could. I mean, he might not have been getting blood supply down there. Wrapped him. So I mean, but it's an amazing thing. I mean, Charlie's I wish we still. I mean, I look back and I remember when he was with us when I was doing some work with NBC. I remember the night he got hurt in Milwaukee,
right?
Running out of the box, hitting, and he whatever he did to his hamstring or a pretty bad one. He did, or his back of his knee. I think it would end up being his hamstring. But
Kurt,
he was the guy I thought that had a chance to, do for us what he'd been doing. I mean, that guy we needed in that rotation to help these young guys. I mean, that we had the Nolas, and make a difference. If we had that guy now, I mean, you never know. I mean, because we do need a starter,
right?
Yep. We do. I think we need it. I think the start rotation looks pretty good if everybody starts hitting on the cylinders. They don't have to be perfect.
No,
right.
We just need them healthy.
Right.
We need Eflin healthy. And it was great to find Rangers doing what he did, but to have a guy like that. That Charlie, his age now, he's still throwing. He throw the ball as good as he ever had.
And some of the other ones that come to my mind was Kurt Schilling and the bloody sock. That was pretty heroic. Now, I don't know your opinion on Kurt Schilling with the talent.
That's one thing or another. Kurt always got along. He could pitch the big game for me anytime, any day of the week. People ask me who can pitch. I said Kurt Schilling, one of the best big game pitchers I've ever seen. You got to hand it to the guy. He rose to the occasion. And he did the job.
And how about Kirk Gibson? I'll never forget that.
Oh my God, I love that.
Kurt, I'll never that call.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
You get the hair stands on the back of my the neck. It just get that to hear Jack Buck, not Joe Buck's dad,
right. Yeah,
and to hear the famous announcer from
Vince Scully.
Yeah, those two calls. Just poetic. Yeah. It's so poetic.
Yeah. Well, we get called old school a lot of times because we grew up when guys were, I hate to say it, they were tougher and they would fight through some stuff.
Well, baseball's different now,
Right.
And
not just baseball,
today,
Tommy.
We had different. You had to fight through stuff.
Yeah.
Not you were gone.
There were in the 80s, no one called a concussion a concussion. It wasn't even considered a concussion.
Yeah.
Guys probably went through 100 of those things and didn't even know it. But
maybe that's what's wrong with me.
Yeah.
Right. Well, listen, Tommy, I'm glad you showed up today. I'm really appreciative. We're gonna go get something to eat here. Radio Ron's gonna put us up, and then we're gonna enjoy some golf and have some fun out there. But I really appreciate it. I wanted to get you down here so I could personally say thank you.
You got
for always being on the show.
You got it. Thanks for having me, and just give me a buzz. If I can make it, I'll be there. You know that. I'll get back to you.
All right. There he is, Tommy Green. Of course, he threw the no-hitter. We'll never forget that. I want to remind people the second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. You can play on their 18-hole championship golf course, enjoy fine dining, experience lively atmosphere in the pub. There's a full calendar of golf and social events throughout the season to appeal to everyone. For more information on how to become a member, go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. Friends, let me tell you about Maserati, the main line, located just minutes from downtown Philadelphia. They offer a client-focused car buying experience designed to exceed all expectations and invite you to stop and see the area's largest selection of new Maseratis, including the sporty Ghibli midsize sedan or the class-leading Levante, the only SUV worthy being called a Maserati. Maserati, the mainline, also leads the nation in certified pre-owned sales and has the highest quality like new Maseratis available on the market. Your experience is not end at the point of a sale, as Maserati, the mainline, offers free pickup and delivery for scheduled service appointment and provides a new Maserati loaner car. So be audacious. Call my good friend Michael Pileggi at Maserati, the mainline, today at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800, or visit them online anytime at motml.com. We're broadcasting live at the Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. When we get back, we're going to talk to a former Eagle, Brad Quast.
All right.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. Tomorrow, it's Week 8 of the 2020.
at 1-877-97-KEVIN.
Wizard quality comes with DorothyRoofing.com.
All right, we're back here in the locker room with Billy Schweim, Scotty McKay, 97.3 ESPN. Hey, we're broadcasting live from the Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. Pete Thompson said he could beat me in golf, Scooter, so we had to
He
make.
got off the range. He's sweating already.
He got off the range. He's trying to.
I'm just going to talk into your mic.
Yeah, why not?
Right.
You think you can beat me, huh, Pete?
You don't even have to move it. I'm just going to talk in your mic, and I'm going to say that call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical.
Billy, I'm going to get some of your money today. Trust me. Trust me.
He's all swing wheeled up. That's how I know
I'm going to get some of your money.
All right.
Tom Jackson is giving me tips. Number 2, Tommy Green is teaching me. So,
oh boy, Tommy Green's got a
And
pretty
by the
good
way,
plan.
the sportsbook consigliere, Dave Sherapan, he said I'm the underdog. How about that? All right. So Scotty McKay, once again we're getting an opportunity to thank some of the people that have been guests on our show over the years. We had Tommy Green. Now we're bringing in a former Eagle, a great guy. Iowa. He went to Iowa, University of Iowa. He's a 3-time Big Ten selection linebacker.
I'm a Hawkeye.
Right?
I'm a Hawkeye. Yeah.
Right, Iowa Hawkeye.
Yeah, I'm a Hawkeye. Hayden Fry.
Yeah, Hayden Fry. Well, let's welcome into the locker room, Brad Quast. What's
Thank
up,
you.
Brad?
Thank you. But appreciate knowing you a long time through our mutual friend,
Good friend, Louis Manzo.
Louis Manzo. And your brother was here. It was great to see him. And happy to be
Brad,
here.
I think I'm going to put you on the payroll. We had all kind of problems. You were the first guy here in the morning. You beat the crew.
Yeah, I don't sleep, first of all, and I'm pull my sleeves and then help out get you on air. So anything I can
See
do for
that,
my
Scooter?
man.
He's taking charge.
I take charge.
He's telling Mike Gill what to do.
Yeah, I'm a little crazy when it comes to that. So I take charge. So it's good. It's a good thing.
Brad, good to see you, man. You look good, man. Lost a lot of weight.
I feel good. I'm blessed. Went through a lot medically last year and a half, but came out of it, and life's good. Life is good.
Brad, I want to ask you before we talk about what you do now. I want to talk to Scott. Alluded to when Tommy Green was here, talking about how the athletes are different.
Yeah,
the game's changed. I know you played in the '80s in college. Hayden Fry. That's when football was tough.
So Tommy Green. So when I'm with the Eagles, 92, 93, we're at that stadium. So we had the Eagles locker room, and Norman Brayman on the team.
Right.
We had our Eagles locker room, and then we shared with the Phillies, like the common sauna, steam room,
right,
and all that
right.
stuff. And then they had their locker room, and then up to the dugout. So we had nothing before the Phillies started their season. So we would sit. After practice, we'd be in a steam room or sauna or taking a shower, and the Phillies were there. So that run where they were making 92, 93,
that was great.
We experienced it as being Eagles players. So it was fun.
So you were in a stadium with the guys and everything.
So we'd have
the soap.
Listen, we had no soap until the Phillies came into town. I mean, So once the Phillies came into camp, then our locker room. But it was crazy because Norman was cheap. Yeah. But it was fun experiencing it with the Dyksters, the Daltons, and Tommy Green. It was just to see that and then kind of pop up through the locker room.
Because when you walked in here, he gave Tommy Green a big hug. They've shared. You tell it you guys are friends and you shared some moments.
They've seen each other naked. Too.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Funny, you look different with clothes on, Tommy.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Brad, that reminds me of a story. You're going to love this. And I've told this story on the air before, but Scotty McKay and I, we're good friends with Rick Talk, and we flew out to Pittsburgh when he got traded to the Penguins. So we fly out there, and it was the next day after a game. They had an optional practice. So Scooter and I get out there, and I put Bob Aries equipment on. You put Yoggers, I think, or whatever.
Yager skates.
They weren't there because they fit us. So we get out there, we're skating. We're skating with the guys that showed up, right? So next thing I know, now in drills we're doing okay, but when they stepped it up a notch, that's where they separate the men from the boys, right? These guys are professional hockey players. So all of a sudden, Talk starts roughing me up. He starts hitting me, Brad. He starts really hitting me. I'm like, what are you doing? So I get mad. I start swinging back, but I got a snowball's chance at hell of hitting him. He somehow, I don't know how he did, he deep pants me, wrapped the suspenders around my head and dragged my bare ass around the Eagle Ice. And all the workers that were cleaning the stadium, all the trash, they stopped what they were doing. They were laughing. My ass was so red.
So here's the deal with that. So every Tom, Dick, and Harry can sit there and watch TV and say, listen, I can be in the NFL.
Right.
I can throw 95 miles an hour. I can be skating and stuff like they played high school or whatever. But to play at that level in the NHL or the MLB or the NFL, there's that like, no, you can't.
Right.
And so the guys that played at that level go, all right, I'm going to flex my muscles and I'm going to show you that you can't. You're not that good. You're not that good. And that's what Rick talked. He did it.
He was showing me that.
He was showing like, listen, it's a different level.
Yeah.
It's a different level.
Chirping a little bit too.
Yeah.
Probably.
So you're chirping.
Oh yeah, I was because I'm skating.
And you were
these
good
guys.
at. Listen, I go to parties and say, oh yeah, I played pretty good high school football, but no,
it's a different league.
It's a different league. They go to college and then play. So
the great thing was it led. I hate to say it, to the locker room.
And this is even a better story.
We all kind of went in, took showers, and this is the Penguins, locker room in their
They
home
had
rink.
folded white, big white towels.
It's the best. It's the best.
Right.
Yeah.
They had the threefold.
Yeah.
Talk and I get out of the shower first. And he's still in there. I don't know what he's doing, but he's still in there. So Talk says, watch this.
Works
every time.
I see him looking around the corner, and they're laughing hysterically at me.
We open up the first towel and
white shaving cream.
Then lay it back down.
Yeah.
So now here's Talk and I looking around the corner,
and I
waiting
see
for
their
him to
heads,
come
and
out.
they look like
and he
Larry
goes,
Moe and Curly.
You guys are up to something. I don't know what it is, but you're not going to get me. You're not going to get me.
You got to wake up awful early in the morning to get me.
He's looking at us. He takes the towel, he unfolds it, and then he proceeds to wipe himself, right? And he doesn't even know it. The funny thing is he doesn't even know it. The shaving cream's all over. We're laughing hysterically, and he's like, "What?
I got white shaving cream all right. I don't even know.
He goes to put it on his head. It's all over his eyes.
But so professional athletes are like they. So you got to understand, like every team you play for has that like a practical joker.
Sure.
Right. It was Jimmy McMahon and Ron Heller.
Ron Heller was a joker.
Yeah. So
with my old roommate.
So everybody has that team, and they bust your chops during camp. It was one thing or the other, and that's the fraternity. It's a unique fraternity.
And that, that's a good point. That's a good point. It's something you'll never forget. We joke around in the locker room, the soap and everything, but it's the camaraderie. That's what you see guys crying when
that's
they're
what
retiring.
people miss. So you cannot. There's nothing that takes the place of the camaraderie. Then with the players, the walking out in front of 100,000 people, the chair, and just the being with the guys. Nothing replaces that. And guys struggle with that. I've lost friends over it. It's a hard transition. And the NFL Players Association is doing a pretty good job of that transition period. But you never get over it. You never get over that with the players and coming in and just working out and lifting and just it's unique. And nothing can produce that. Nothing can compare.
Right, and it's like Mike Bullard from the Flyers.
Oh yeah,
They would go on the road and they would have a table set up like this with food, where they'd go up like a buffet. Well, the guys would walk. Mike would get there first and get a ketchup bottle, and they'd walk all along and pick up their food, and he's putting ketchup on their shoes the whole way. Then they go over and they sit down at their table and they're eating this and that. And all of a sudden, Bullard would go, shoe check, and everybody slide their chairs back, and all their shoes are filled. $200 shoes are filled. Ketchup all over them.
It's a fraternity that people don't understand or get it, and they never. It's just unique, I'm blessed to have an opportunity to do it.
And then if you add winning, if you add that component to the experience, winning, because like Fred Shiro said, win tonight, walk together forever.
Yeah.
How true is that?
Well, winning and then plus the money they make,
right?
In athletes, so it's a comparison.
Brad, it's not about the money. You love the game so much. By the way, my brother's sitting in here.
Yeah.
Brad said something the last time we had him on. You can't make the club in the tub.
Right. Yeah. You got to stay healthy, but it's the winning helps, and it's just the bond that you have with these athletes in college and pros. Sure. And it's something like 20, 30 years later, you can pick up and call them, and it's like that.
Right.
And people don't understand. My kids or my ex, whatever, they say, oh my God, it's like you haven't seen her in 20 years.
And it's like you saw him yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. And it's something that's unique, and it's a great fraternity.
Well, Brad, listen, man, I'm so happy, and I'm really appreciative that you can join us today. And golf, it's a way of the locker room here in 97.3 is being paid. Our advertisers back, paying some of the athletes that we've had on over the years, and I really appreciate you're a great buddy. And when you get back home after the golf today, say hello to Lou, because he's a dear
Well,
friend
Lou
of mine.
Manzo,
Yeah.
that's how I met the guys, met your brother through, and this golf course is great. And
Hey, maybe you can join me in the studio one of these days.
I would love to. I would love to. And you're doing a great job on ESPN Radio, and keep it up.
Maybe when we go out on live remotes, I'll get you to come and say,
I'll come. Listen, I'll have your job. I'll have your seat. Yeah. So, but
He had the first drink of the day. That's
He was already, the swing hauler was already going early in the morning.
Listen, the way I've been playing, I need all the help I can get. Trust me, I need all the help I can get. But I appreciate you having me out here in the beautiful golf course and all you guys, and it's great seeing you guys.
All right, Brad Quest,
Okay.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
it,
you.
man.
Appreciate
Second
it.
hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. You can play on their 18-hole championship golf course, enjoy fine dining experience, lively atmosphere in the pub. There's a full calendar of golf and social events throughout the season to appeal to everyone. For more information on how to become a member, go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always, always a great day at Great Bay. When we return, we'll continue with more here as we broadcast live from the Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app. Go get Pete. Go get Tom Jackson.
It's College Football Saturday on 97.3 ESPN.
The 6th-ranked Michigan Wolverines visit the 7th-ranked Michigan State Spartans in the battle for the Paul Bunyan Trophy. The winner will command the competitive Big Ten East Division. Number 6 Michigan at number 7 Michigan State. Kickoff from East Lansing, Saturday at noon Eastern on the Touchdown Radio Network, presented by Good Sam RV Rental.
Listen every Saturday for the nation's top college football action on 97.3 ESPN.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Rendezvous Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Rendezvous Pizza, there's one right nearby. Rendezvous Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
At Shell, we know from the time you get up to the time you wrap up,
Good night.
there's a lot of meetups, eat-ups, and hurry-ups. So come to Shell and get 3 things done at once. Fill up with Shell V-Power Nitro Plus to help keep your engine running like new. Save up with the Fuel Rewards program and never pay full price for gas again. And snack up with in-store rewards to save even more at the pump. Make the most of the stop you need to make with Shell. And engines that continuously use Shell V-Power Nitro Plus premium gasoline. See full terms and conditions at fuelrewards.com.
Are you stuck on where you should go for your next vacation destination? Atlantic City International Airport is ready to help with your next adventure. Atlantic City International Airport is now offering non-stop flights to 3 exciting new destinations. Experience the beach by day and party by night in Miami, the beautiful beaches of San Juan, or a romantic getaway in Cancun. There's an adventure fit for every traveler. Book your non-stop flight to San Juan, Miami, or Cancun today by visiting spirit.com.
O'Reilly. When you need auto parts, O'ReillyAuto.com is just a few clicks away. We offer convenient options for you to get your parts quickly. Order online and pick up for free at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store. We'll even bring it out curbside. Or you can have your parts delivered right to your door with free shipping on most orders over $35. Visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
All right, we're back here in the locker room with Billy Schweim, Scotty McKay, Pete Thompson,
and
97.3 ESPN as we broadcast live from the Great Bay Country Club. And now, Pete,
I heard it's really easy to broadcast live. I was told that you just show up, put a headset on, and talk.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I was told.
Pete,
not so much.
Brad Kloss from the Eagles, he was cracking the whip, and he was like directing things. I have him part of my crew.
He said something about Cat 5. I didn't know if he was talking hurricanes or football.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Or a 5-year-old cat.
So Scooter, PT thinks he can beat me in golf. This is how it all started. I said, you know what? Then let's incorporate our advertisers, some players to come down and play with us. Athletes that we've had on the show. So we're gonna have some fun today.
We've got an advertiser right here, Tito's.
They are one, yes.
By the way, just want to remind people, the locker room in Blitz's Market want to discount your Eagles game day meal during the Eagles season on game day. Get an Italian hoagie for just $5 when you mention the locker room. Get down to Blitz's Market all season long at 21st and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City, New Jersey. Blitz's now is online ordering at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. That's Blitz's Market, Toma and Dill Pickle Hoagie. It's really a big deal.
It is.
Now, PT.
Yes, sir.
What makes you think you can beat me?
Well, first of all, you texted me on, I think, Wednesday or Thursday and said, I got some issue with my foot. PT.
Here we go.
My foot. There's some, and I go, is it a heel spur? You're like, I don't know. I just have some pain in my foot. Rattle, rattle, rattle. Yes.
I got my Motrin right
So,
here.
so that's going to fix it. So that to me says that it's already in your head.
Oh, yeah.
And whatever I shoot will be lower than what you shoot. Now, I feel for poor Tommy Green. Isn't he in your cart?
Yes.
That poor SOB. I mean, he normally plays to like a 3 to 5 handicap.
He's a 5.
Can I just say on the air, can we just make an executive decision right now? I want Scott McKay to be in Tommy Green's cart. I want to be in your cart.
Yeah, there you go.
Is that right?
Agree to it.
Yeah.
All right. I agree to that.
Because I don't want you to rattle poor Tommy Green with coming back to the cart each time.
That's fine.
Tommy, wait, but Tommy, what am I doing, Tommy?
That'll give me more opportunity to distract you.
Perfect.
Yeah, we're going to need it.
All right, so we're making a corporate decision here. The changes be made. I'm going to actually ride with PT, and then Tommy Green will go with you.
You'll put 2 good golfers together and 2 lousy golfers.
Excellent. And where's Gil? Cheerleading in the 5th cart?
He's filling in for Brian Propp, who didn't show
He's
up.
He's the beer cart girl.
It's the locker room with Billy Schweim right here on 97.3 ESPN. When we return, we'll continue with more as we broadcast live from the Great Bay Country Club. It's the locker room. What's that? And we're going to extend it a half hour. It's the locker room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app. All right, we're back here in the locker room with Billy Schweim, Scotty McKay on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app. We're broadcasting live from the Great Bay Country Club. It's the locker room Bill Schweim, Pete Thompson challenge today, Scotty McKay.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of shots out there, I think.
Hey, how about the weather, though? The weather's straightening out.
And great, actually.
Where everybody's worried. I get calls from everybody. Hey, we going to play? We playing? We're playing rain or shine, but it's shining out there. And, Scooter, once again, we did this because Pete said he could beat me, but then I said I wanted to turn it into get some of my advertisers here to thank them for their support. And let's face it, if it wasn't for the gentleman that's sitting across from us right now, none of this would be possible. And the locker room, we've been on ESPN now for 7 years, and the show's got good ratings, and we have a lot of fun. We're not smarter than anybody else. We just like to have fun talking sports. So let's welcome into the locker room a very good friend of the show, Tom Jackson from Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical. Tommy, how you doing, man?
I'm good, Billy. Hi, Scott. Thanks for having me.
We're finally on the air. We have this fiasco this morning, but we did it, and we're going to extend it a half an hour here so we can get everybody on to thank you. Tom, I wanted to do this because I really do appreciate your business, and I hope you're getting something in return, but you keep us on the air, man.
It's I'd never advertised before, and it's working out real well for us and my son. It's the jingle is is sometimes you hear it places that you don't even know the people, and they're singing the jingle.
So when I said to you when we first met, and I said, Tom, you need something because Randazzo's has that great jingle. And Giuseppe Randazzo, great people up there, he always tells me, you would not believe the people that come in and sing his song. So when I thought of you, Tom Jackson, and so I don't know, and we came up with something that's working.
Yep. It works out well for everybody involved. I love your show.
Thank you.
You have some really good guests. The last time I was on, Vic Vermeil took my comment and set it on Fox Football.
Is that right?
But I took credit for it,
Isn't
but
that
that's
cool?
okay. Yeah, no, it's fun, and I really appreciate the invite today. It's a beautiful day out there. So
we mentioned earlier, I had wrote a compiled list of some of the names that we've had on this show, and I've got a whole list here. And this doesn't count a lot of the reporters that we talk to, just other people. These are just like athletes, former athletes or coaches or whatever. And when you see names like Jimmy Johnson, Joe Namath, Merrill Reese, Dick Stockton, when I spoke with Joe Namath, as a kid growing up, he was my childhood idol. And to have him on the show was like surreal.
that's the main thing that, besides the chemistry you and Scott have, is you do have amazing guests on, so you're either bugging them to get them to come on.
No, you're right.
And they're coming on just so you don't bug them anymore.
Well, you got to walk that fine line of just taking it right to the edge where they say, let me shut them up.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
That's why I'm advertising. If I don't advertise, it's never going to leave me alone.
So, Tommy, Scotty McKay and I, we've always we've had some, like somebody said, some big names, but Scotty McKay, when we had Micah Ruzioni on, that was like, seeing, do you believe in miracles? And to have Micah Ruzioni on the show,
that was the 40th anniversary.
We had him on the 40th anniversary, but that was something.
Well, here's a funny thing about it. Trying to get these guys is not easy, and unless you have a connection through somebody. But Billy ended up going on the website, on the Miracle on Ice website, which gave him a link to Boston University, which had a phone number underneath of it. Well, he called it. Micah Ruzioni picked up. Right, he answered the phone, which is kind of crazy how that did. And then he comes on the show. I'm a big hockey guy, so that was a great experience to have a guy, because I watched that game from end to beginning to end.
It's something we'll never forget.
People say they remember where they were, when something happens, and the only two things I remember is where I was when they beat the Russians in the semifinal, and where I was on 9/11.
Right.
Right.
You know what, though, and we said this to Tommy Green earlier in the show, that one thing I noticed when after the Eagles won the Super Bowl, after the Phillies won the World Series, the amount of people that would call in to talk about deceased family member who was a big Eagles fan or a big Phillies fan, how much it meant to them, and that they would literally be in tears talking about it, knowing that their dad or their mom or their aunt spent their whole lives and never saw a championship, and then they just pass, and then the Eagles or the Phillies win. And it wasn't just – it was a great number of people talking about it.
Well, Philadelphia is the greatest sports town, I think, in the country. You know, if a Philly fan is a Philly fan, they're going to love you when you're doing good, and they're going to yell at you when you're doing
like
bad.
Ben Simmons is going through that right now.
Well, yeah.
I mean, let's how about when you see Zach Ertz saying goodbye in tears because he loves playing here, and then the dichotomy of that and Ben Simmons saying, I hate, like he can't stand this place, he hates the fans. Well, it's understood that that's what the case is.
Yeah, you're talking apples and oranges.
Yeah.
And then you have a guy like Cam Atkinson that comes here this year in a trade, and you felt like he was here for 10 years already, and he had been appreciated. He loved it before I can't wait. I'm so excited. And now he's, scored 6 goals in the first 6 games.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He's gonna be loved by this city.
Well, you've had Fletcher on a couple.
We've had Chuck Fletcher on a few times.
He's doing a good job.
How about we had Pat Croce on here a few times. Mark,
how about Rudy?
We had Rudy on. Rudy Rudiker.
He missed the first day because he was a little hungover.
We had Mark Messier on.
Mark Messier.
On. I mean,
great athletes.
Talk about the guarantee. Like Joe Namath made his guarantee, and then a few years ago,
94,
Messier made his guarantee, and they beat the Devils.
Yep.
In Game 7.
Yeah, it's. I was kind of looking forward to seeing Brian today.
Yeah, the proper man. He kind of had to change of plan. But we'll get him out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, his wife got sick, and he had to pick up his stepdaughter. So
I'm going to hold Scotty McKay accountable.
He's holding me accountable as usual.
I've known Brian a long time. He's a hell of a guy.
Yeah, he
Great
is.
guy.
Tommy, what do you think about the Eagles team this year? I mean, what do you, what's your, what's your opinion on the coaching staff? What's your opinion on Jalen Hurts? Is he the quarterback moving forward?
I think so. I'm
not ready to give up on him either.
No, I think so. He's played 12 games, started 12 games in the NFL. His attitude, I think, is going to serve him well once he starts, not throwing a McNabb pass when there's a wide open receiver. But the coaching, I was very impressed with Gannon in the Atlanta game because the first 2 series, Atlanta went right down the field and he adjusted on the fly.
Right.
And I thought that was going to be a good thing. But he's like a deer in headlights.
And now we haven't seen that.
I texted Mike's show the other day. Maybe put him up in the booth so he can see like Jimmy Johnson used to do and get him off the sideline so he can see that cover 2 just isn't doing it. We don't have the linebacker.
No, listen, I've been beating that drum for day one. This Singleton guy, TJ Edwards, and I'm surprised that Wilson hasn't been a lot better than what I thought he would play. But Singleton leads the team in tackles, and he led the
NFL in tackles.
But
he's scary.
But guess what? He's tackling people 15, 10 yards down the field.
Right.
So he's not stuffing anybody.
Exactly.
He's not plugging holes. He's not shedding blocks. He's not taking the right pursuit to the running back. He's not making plays. Yeah, is he making tackles? Yeah, but he's making them 15, 10 yards down the field.
And then as far as the head coach goes, I mean, if you think you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Yeah.
No,
you're right.
Like last week, they went right down the field with the play action using Miles Sanders. Now, I know Sanders got hurt.
Yeah.
Right down the field and then went away from it. It just went away from the run.
And he's going to be out now.
It's been frustrating. We equated Sirianni's 10 years as Eagles coach is like, you ever see a baby deer, the legs out, like he can't walk?
Right.
Like that's what it seems like to me.
That's Bambi.
It's Bambi. It's Bambi.
Right.
He's Bambi.
With all these
We
injuries.
should call him Bambi. That's his new nickname.
Yeah, there
Bambi.
you go. That'll stick.
Right.
It'll be the sign guy.
Yeah.
The sign guy for the vet. But, I still think, and Vermeil kind of agreed with us, that these injuries that we're having is because they don't really have a training camp. What are they allowed to hit 10 practices with pads on?
Look, there's something.
I mean, they used to have 2-a-days. You remember? I remember going up there.
When we had Dick Vermeil on the show, he was talking about.
I brought that up, and he said that makes sense.
That's right.
But because they're not, and then the preseason games, anybody of any value doesn't play. So it takes 4 or 5 games.
You got to harden, take the hits, get used to the bumps and bruises early. But you know what? Also, I think another thing too is like the players are bigger, faster, and stronger, and they're a lot of this is muscle. muscle injuries, tendons and muscles, not bones and stuff. Right?
Yeah, but they have stretching people. They have all the people in there doing their yoga and whatever they got to get ready. And I totally agree. I think the fact that the starters do not play in the preseason is a problem because Patrick Mahomes is playing in the preseason.
Yeah.
Well, if he's good enough to play in the preseason, it's not about getting hurt. It's about
Tom
getting
Brady
ready.
played in the preseason.
Yeah, come on, man.
He played 2 full
44.
games almost.
No.
He's 70.
Well, listen, Tom, we really appreciate you being a part of the show. And go get something to eat.
Okay,
Everything's on the locker room today. Radio
Okay.
Ron Ross is taking care of everything.
All right.
And we're going to play some golf. We're going to have some fun.
Thank you very much.
All right. And then, by the way, we got a couple of things I've got set up. Blitz's Markets and Randazzo's are sponsoring a couple of par threes here. So
Beautiful.
Guys, maybe get a hole in one or
That's
something.
it.
I tried to get a Maserati from the main line put up on the green, but Mikey wouldn't drive it down.
I heard you talking to Coatsy. He's a member here. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
But he's in
Spends a
Calgary.
lot of time.
Yeah.
He's the face of the Great Bay Country Club.
Thank you very
Well,
much.
Tom, enjoy
Thanks, Tom.
that. I look forward to golfing with you. Have fun. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
There he is, Tom Jackson of Jackson and Sons Electrical. See that scooter, the jingle. That's what people remember, the jingle.
Well, that's
Lenigan's got a
advertising.
good one too.
That's advertising. It's really what it is. I used to never believe in a lot of that stuff, but I sing the Randazzo song in my head at 2 a.m. It's weird.
All right, so I'll tell you what. Well, let's remind people that the locker room is sponsored by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers, sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an issue-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process from contract signing to closing, from the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey, PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Hey, My Winter Watchdog. Have you heard of New Jersey's premier vacant home management service? My Winter Watchdog. You know those worrisome thoughts that creep into your mind every time you hear of a storm coming and the daunting task of driving down to the shore to check on the house, hours of time on the road. Let My Winter Watchdog be your eyes and ears with their 15-point inspection checklist. They offer a full menu of maintenance and improvement services. Owner Debbie McGonigal and her team of property caretakers are professional, licensed, bonded, and insured. So don't let the winter worry you. They'll give your house that lived-in look. That's My Winter Watchdog. Go to mywinterwatchdog.com or give them a call at 267-202-1869. That's 267-202-1869, or shoot Debbie an email, Debbie@mywinterwatchdog.com. All right, when we return, we'll continue more here in the locker room with Billy Schweim, Scotty McKay, as we broadcast live from the Great Bay Country Club right here on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app.
It's Sixers basketball tonight on 97.3 ESPN with the voice of the 76ers, Tom McGinnis, calling all the exciting play-by-play action.
Makes a move down the lane and a two-hand jam.
The Sixers host the Atlanta Hawks. Coverage begins at 7:30. Philadelphia 76ers basketball on your radio home of the Sixers in South Jersey, 97.3 ESPN. South Jersey's play-by-play home for the 76ers.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Calling again, again and again. Calling again, again and again. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. Tomorrow, it's week 8 of the 2021 season with the Eagles heading to Detroit to take on the Lions.
He completes it. It's Gainwell in for the touchdown.
Pre-game coverage begins at noon. Merrill and Mike call all the action starting at 1. This is where the Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's Eagles station.
All right, we're back here in the locker room with Billy Schweim, Scotty McKay, 97.3 ESPN as we broadcast live from the Great Bay Country Club. A little extended play today, Scooter.
Well, extended into 12:30 hour.
We got to get our full 2 hours in, right?
Man,
well, we'll cut it short at about 12:30 today. Of course, Michigan State will be broadcasting live right after the show. In its you'll pick it up in action.
Yeah.
One of the once again, let me reiterate, one of the reasons why we're here is to say thank you to advertisers and some of the athletes that have come on the program over the years. And right now, let's welcome into the locker room a good friend of the show. He owns a business up there on the boardwalk in Ocean City, New Jersey, All Campus, where we broadcasted live several times. John Coyle, welcome into the locker room.
Welcome, Billy. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me on here. And I got to just let you know, I am awestruck of Tommy Green and Brad and all these guys. Like,
it's cool.
They're me growing up. These are like the icons for me. And Brad touched on a point where he, as an athlete, what it meant as the brotherhood and everything.
Yeah.
But to us, we want to say thank you as a fan.
Right.
For the family. They brought my family together, me, my brother, my father. We never missed a game for those guys.
So it unites everybody.
It unites everyone.
Does. Not only the family, the community. I mean, we've talked this before. John, I can't tell you how many times after the Phillies won the World Series and the Eagles won the Super Bowl, people called up emotional, crying because of loved ones that had just passed and spent their whole lives as Eagles fans, and they didn't get a chance to, just what the whole myriad of stories that we heard was breathtaking.
Yeah, the 93 team, especially for the Phillies, it's my favorite team of all time. But those stories will go down to my kids.
Right.
To their kids. Those are stories that Philadelphia fans, the passionate Philadelphia fans, will pass down from generation to generation, and we'll always have them.
John, listen, I really appreciate it. I'm glad you were able to golf with us today. Get some food, get some of that swing oil, get yourself lubed up, ready to go, and we're gonna have some fun today on the golf course.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right, John. And let's bring up another guest, another advertiser of ours. This guy, Scooter, we all know real well.
Yeah, we've known him for a
long time. And if it wasn't for this guy, who's been with me for a long, long time, this show would definitely not be possible.
No.
Let's welcome into the locker room, Mark Grimes.
Hello, gentlemen.
Not only you're an advertiser, you're like the idol. I call him the idol maker.
Oh, he's been in the studio with us a number of times
sure
too.
he has.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, man? Ready to
Good.
golf?
I'm ready to golf.
What's your
I'm
golf?
good.
How's your golf game?
That is a good question. Actually, I thought we were playing pickleball today.
Yo, so Scotty McKay texts me, I need everybody's handicap. I want to know the handicap. I text Coyle, I text Tommy Green, I text Brad. Everybody got right back except for Grimesy.
Come on.
He didn't want to tell me.
I was already talking with him. I
it.
handled it.
I had to sign an NDA, non-disclosure agreement.
I want to take this time to thank you, Mark. And I say this from the bottom of my heart because I've known you for a long time, but now you're a sponsor, you're part of the show. And not only do you advertise, you've gotten us some really nice guests. I mean, Jimmy Johnson, that's a big get.
Thank you.
You're well connected. He's the agent at the beach.
By the way, you have to do a live broadcast at the fishing tournament next year.
Oh,
that was unbelievable.
Yeah, that was great, wasn't
Turned out
Michael
that's
Jordan
your first
was
year.
there. Yeah. Right, Worldwide West.
Worldwide West, yeah.
How about when I said the Worldwide West? By the way, guess who called me the other day?
Dotson, his brother. Good, good.
Yeah.
Dotson's a good guy.
So Grimesy, you not only, like you say, to advertise, you have a lot of people that you know. We got to get Calipari on here, man.
Yeah, we just had him at Stephen Cookie's about a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Wes asked me to get him to. He was a big Shafola guy, and then we had to switch it up a little bit on.
That's Scotty McKay's place. That Shafola, man.
Yes,
That's the best. So today we're at the Great Bay Country Club. Make sure you get yourself fed, lubed up with the swing oil. And then we'll try to distract you out there on the golf course.
I'm easily distracted.
What do you think of the Eagles, Grimesy?
Listen, I said it from game one. The first game I watched Hurts play, he holds on to the ball way too long. I'm not.
So
saying,
you don't think? Do you think he's the quarterback moving forward? You
no,
don't. See, I still do.
Listen, I'm always amazed. I can see things pretty quickly.
You're clairvoyant.
How it takes people to figure out Simmons can't shoot. And
well, hey, wait. That was gonna be my next thing. You know, there's two people in here, Scooter, Grimesy and my brother. You guys have been singing. They've been down on Ben Simmons from day one.
Come on,
I can honestly say that these
people.
two
just like listen.
You weren't.
I was.
Simmons,
I said, I don't know how does the guy ever can't shoot a foul shot by himself.
Simmons and Hurts are great athletes. I'm not saying that they're phenomenal athletes.
Yeah, he brings certain things to the game.
But when you're at the pro level, you
have to be able to shoot the ball.
Your weaknesses will get exposed very quickly.
That's like saying you're going to play with Tiger Woods. You can't drive.
Right.
Well, if you can't drive, the golf becomes a difficult game.
Exactly. But listen, I appreciate this. Is a great event.
Yeah, Radio Ron, you said, bring everybody down. We'll have a day. I said, what a great way to thank everybody that's been a part of the show. And I want to say thank you to you from the bottom of my heart. If it wasn't for you, the show would not be possible.
I appreciate being always a part of it.
Yeah, man. All right, Grimes.
That's a way for him to tell you, get the check in. A nice way to.
He actually, you know what? He hasn't even deposited into my account for me.
Right.
I wrote it the other day.
Right.
All right, we're gonna get Radio Ron up here to close things out. But listen, I can't wait to get on the course. Grimesy, thanks, and we'll see you on the course, man.
Can I just real quick? Can we get a pay-per-view Bobby versus Billy?
Yeah.
Come on,
we got video. We have video.
Come on, I want to get that on pay-per-view.
Let's call Joe Hand and set that up.
We're gonna show you guys. All right,
It
we're
might
gonna
be-
show you. Yeah, stop it.
might
Stop
be
it.
free
We hurry up.
per
You're gonna get Radio Ron. We want to get on the golf course.
Well, I just want to talk about.
Oh, you don't golf. He doesn't.
I'm not. I'll be using my foot wedge. But listen, real quickly, get into this Ben Simmons situation.
Right.
And I hear what Grimesy says about Jalen Hurts, but I don't know if I would put Jalen Hurts in the same as Ben Simmons because Jalen Hurts has all his attributes. You know what I mean? He might not be able to put it together or whatnot, holds onto the ball too long, but
he can throw.
Ben Simmons can't. Listen, Ben Simmons can't shoot a foul shot. And that's like the telltale sign. It's like something you learn. My kid has better form at 14, has better form than he does. Now, so you can see it. And I'm surprised so many people hung on to him for so long.
Right.
We knew it right off the bat. I'm not saying I'm clairvoyant, but I mean, gee whiz.
I will say this. You
doesn't
were
take
right
a rocket scientist to figure that out,
You look
right?
more like Claire.
All right, B-Bob. We got a couple minutes left, so I want to get Radio Ron in here because I want to thank you, but thanks for bringing the signs over.
You got it, man. And
do a nice
job. Right as you walk out, you take your picture.
All right, very good.
Here you go, Ron.
There you go. All right, so Scotty McKay, I'm looking forward to this golf outing. Great Bay Country Club is an exceptional. The course is always in magnificent shape, and we'll get out there. We were all worried about the weather, but I know Radio Ron's got that course in tip-top shape. And let's bring him back in one more time.
Boys,
Radio Ron Ralston.
It's a great day at Great Bay today, boys.
Sure Ron, listen, I said this to everybody that I had up here, and I want to say it to you. If it wasn't for you, Mark Grimes and Tom Jackson, Joe Lanigan, Shorty Title, whatnot, Randazzo's, none of this would be possible. And so I want to thank you so much for keeping the locker room on the air, and I really appreciate you doing this for the locker room and having a day for us.
Hey, we appreciate the support, Billy. I mean, we've been together since day one here.
Yeah, we have.
And you always plug Great Bay Radio, Ron, but the reality is, guys,
so Ron,
I'm here to represent Great Bay.
Yeah. Absolutely. Ron, so a little while, a couple of years back, you said, Billy, people coming up, they hear my name on the radio. Radio Ron Ralston. Radio Ron Ralston.
It's never
people
a dull
come
moment.
up to you all the time, right?
You guys are crazy on the locker room.
Yeah,
I thought we knew how to have fun.
Yeah. Look at the video. My video has Great Bay in the background, right up here above my head.
Yeah,
so it's working out great.
Strategic placement.
But this course is always in magnificent shape.
I'm going to tell you, right now is the best I've ever seen this golf course.
Is that right?
Our superintendent, Phil Knutson, and his staff have done an incredible job. The new ownership here at Great Bay is putting money, investment in the right places, and sky's the limit for us. I mean, we're in a growth period. The buzz is all about this country club right now, and I'm excited. My team's excited. The new ownership wants to be proud of this place. Our members want to be proud of this place, and we're building a great culture here.
And not only that, they're centrally located too. I mean, you're right here.
Yeah, right here
You
at the
golf
shore.
and then you go on the beach in the summertime. You're right here.
Now, Ron, is there anything you can tell us about what the new ownership is going to implement here at
With some
Great Bay to
inside
make it even
information?
better than it already is?
Honestly, they have a capital improvement plan of close to $4 million.
Wow.
There's things that I've released to the membership. I want to talk about bunker programs that we're doing, equipment purchasing, new cart fleets, and underground bunker for the carts to store the carts so we can get rid of the eyesore, which is currently our cart barn. They're relocating the pro shop to right where we're broadcasting the show.
Is that right?
With a
Okay.
beautiful veranda
Wow.
that wraps around to a beautiful wedding and patio for our membership to enjoy overlooking the 18th green and our wedding garden. And there's so much more.
And you do a lot of weddings here. I mean, that's a big part of the.
That's a great business for us.
Yeah.
And our destination and location is prime.
Yeah.
We have a Sonesta Suites directly across the street here.
Right.
My sales team does an incredible job. Chef Rich Salerno. I mean, our food is second.
Well,
to none.
Scooter, what's that soup that we
The
love?
sausage soup.
The
is
sausage soup
phenomenal here.
is to die for.
Yeah.
I wish I could bring him out. I mean, he's done. Of course, I'm going to feed you burgers today too,
Okay.
Billy.
All right. Okay. I need a
All right.
burger for sure.
I know
Yeah.
you're not on a weight loss program.
He hasn't missed any burgers. That's for sure.
You guys are always a blast when you come out here.
Well,
We
what-
really appreciate it.
Listen, I once again, I want to reiterate. Thank you, Ron. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to having some fun out there.
I hope you close it out with a 300-yard drive down.
Maybe Scotty or Tommy Green, not me.
Somebody might.
Beat Pete Thompson.
We're gonna speaking of PT, let's bring him up here one more time. Let's get him.
Thanks, Ron.
Ron, thank you so much. I
guys.
appreciate it. We'll see you out there.
Our pleasure.
Let's bring. We're gonna close out with the PT because that'll be appropriate as we get ready to for our locker room. Billy Schweim, Pete Thompson challenge. How you feel, Pete?
Lubed.
So I'm guaranteed to win now.
No way.
Especially you're gonna sit. You sure you want to sit in the cart with me?
Yes.
You sure?
First of all, yes. First of all, I've eaten. I have sustenance in my belly.
Well,
You do not.
Well, I'm gonna eat right now.
Secondly, I've done what makes me happy. You said that I was going to lose because I'd be too busy shaking hands and kissing babies. I have filled out every absentee ballot. I have said hello to every person here. I've posed for pictures. Tommy Green's posed for pictures.
That's great.
Right?
We can't say on the air what makes you happy, Pete. Sorry.
That's true.
All right.
That's true. It is a over-the-air station. But
So we have a couple. Businesses, Randazzo's and
Joe Pop.
Blitzes.
Yeah.
They'll put things out on the par 3. That'll be a lot of fun.
Good.
And,
Looking forward to that.
Yeah. And so you ready to go?
I'm ready to go. We got the sign in the appropriate place so we could take pictures
We need
with
a good
the
picture with everything.
locker
So you know
room
what I
backdrop.
learned today? You want something done, you get it done yourself.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
boy.
Yeah, listen, I'll say it on the air. Like, if you're going to direct any anger toward anybody, Just direct it right at me.
That's right. In the end, it all worked out because we got Josh Henning back at the studio.
And Leanne.
And
Can
Leanne,
I
want to thank
publicly
Leanne.
very much give Leanne a props. And Mike Gill, too, even though we want to kill him half the time. You know, he was down here.
By the way, I got
hard.
a little bone to pick with you guys. When you guys talk about me, I don't mind that you talk about me. Just make sure you're accurate with what you guys say.
In Gil's mind, he is
He
accurate.
was so far. I'm sitting there listening to you two guys,
It's
clowns,
his- it's
talking
his
about me, and I'm
show.
like, fire's coming out of my ears, and I'm trying to text fast enough because none of the things you were saying were any remotely close to accurate.
My favorite part was when he asked me who was playing, and I couldn't remember anybody but you, me, and Scooter.
First of all, they made it sound like none of the guys that we invited wanted to play with us because they're not, we're not number one on their list. That's not it at all. It was just they were busy, had some pre-plans.
Yeah.
Not only that, we had to accommodate your schedule. We had to accommodate Great Bay's schedule. We had to accommodate other people's schedules. So to get it together,
planning these things, you're always
it was a challenge. So it was the first year we did it. Maybe next year I'll be a little better at it, and we'll do it again.
And next year I'll
But
show
you guys,
up earlier.
But when you guys, especially you're my Sunday co-host. You need to have my back.
That's why I'm sharing a cart with you. Where else can I bury the knife? But in
That's
your
a heavy back. Did you bring your weight belt with you?
I did. I'm telling you, I brought my earmuffs because I'm telling you, every time he comes back to the cart, he's going to be messing and complaining.
Just
and
wear your helmet because he's going to be throwing clubs today. Yeah, there's.
I got my.
Just don't throw them at me.
I got my Motrin. I got my Motrin.
Good luck.
Yeah,
we're all counting.
You're going to need more than Motrin today, I think.
All right.
You're
Pete
out of breath.
Thompson.
You're out of breath already, and you're sitting down.
No, I'm fine. Listen, John Coyle, Pete Thompson, Tom Jackson, Mark Grimes, Scott McKay, Mike Gill, Tommy Green, Brad Quast.
Did you know that Leanne is going to follow in the cart?
She's gonna follow.
That's
bringing
what she
drinks?
says.
I heard.
Yeah, pretty much.
She's gonna be the cart girl?
Pretty much.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
And it's
because-
beautiful out there, right? It's
Yeah, I
beautiful
mean, there
outside.
is a cart girl out there, but why not take?
Why not have two?
Leanne said, "Could I drive along?" I go, "Absolutely, you can."
She could do a commentary.
Yeah, maybe she'll. So I want to.
Where's he going with
Whoa,
that?
I'm not sure where that's going. Let's just cut that off.
No. I was trying to talk and say something at the same time. Let me get my.
That's a little difficult for you.
Are you wrapping the show up?
No, I'm gonna. I just want to. I don't know do it top of my head, but I can't find it, so I'm gonna have to. I want to thank all our advertisers.
Oh yeah, give
Randazzo's.
me your phone. I'll find it.
I had them listed down here. Randazzo's. I'm gonna try to do it off the top of my head.
Who did you text him to?
There was. I sent an email. Oh no! Pull up here. Give it to me. I know where it is.
Aha!
No, I know
See,
where it is.
you
No, I know
just
where it is.
needed 1
No.
second.
I know what I
That's
got.
happened.
Hold on. I know where it is. But listen, and I'm
Randazzo's.
and I mean this sincerely because I have to pay for my airtime, and selling advertisements can be a challenge at times. And I want to make sure that my advertisers, who I really appreciate, get their just due here on the show before we sign off. I want to thank the Randazzos. Great food,
Joe
great
Pop.
people. We've been down there.
Dining
Joe Pop
room's
and Mary
open.
Ann.
Yep.
Sylvia, the daughter, does a great job. Michael Pileggi, Maserati, the main line. I try to get him to bring a Maserati.
Be audacious.
Yeah, be
That's
audacious.
right.
So Mikey Pileggi. I try to get him to get a Levante to pull up on a par 3. He wouldn't do it.
Yeah, because he couldn't rewire the horn to go.
Joe Lenigan. Talk about a big Eagles fan. Joe Lenigan, Lenigan Plug. Yeah, plumbing and heating. He's been a great sponsor of the show. Matter of fact, he's the only sponsor I have, and I'm trying to whisper. I don't want to.
Right.
That calls me up. When's my next bill due?
There you go. Yeah, you gotta like a guy that volunteers.
Volunteers, right? So I don't have to chase him. Tom Jackson, great guy. You've known Tom for a long time.
He's really excited about playing.
He's really excited
now,
about
have
playing.
you seen Tom Jackson's golf bag yet?
I have not.
Uh-oh.
Is he like?
Did you ever see Rodney's bag in Caddy?
Yeah.
Tom Jackson's bag is the biggest bag I've ever seen in my life. If I was caddying, I would be cursing Tom Jackson up and down. He's got the orange swing ball,
I can see
you know.
Rodney Dangerfield dancing.
I
around
have
the
the
bag.
Rodney moves. Tom's good though. He really cares about it. He's gonna. So we put Tom in a cart with Gil.
Okay.
Is that all right?
No, you. Fine. I'm
Look,
on the air.
dude,
You
I'm
make-
organizing this
You
stuff
make the
behind
corporate
the
decision.
scenes.
I'll just never let you sit up.
You and me are right. You and me are in a cart.
Okay.
Scott and Tommy Green are in
Okay.
a cart.
That's
Gil and Tom Jackson are in a cart.
Okay.
Who's left?
John Coyle, and he's going to play with Radio Ron's fill-in.
Okay.
Because
good,
he's got
fine. So there's a cart. That's
Right.
2, 4, 6. That's 8. Who's the other two?
Who's the other two?
Your fellow, the former Eagle.
Oh, Brad Quest. Who's he?
I don't know. You tell me. Who else is left in
Who
the
else
groups?
is left?
Well,
how about Mark Grimes?
Oh, him and Grimes.
Okay.
Yeah,
very
Brad
good.
and Mark.
All
Yeah,
right.
okay.
All right.
There
So
you go.
there's your card.
All right, so let me continue. Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical. Mark Grimes, big Mark Grimes, my agent at the beach, great guy. My winter watchdog, Debbie McGonigal and her crew, the Jersey Man magazine, Ken Dunnick, who Ken Dunnick wanted to play, Pete. It's just that they're starting the Miami Man magazine.
Oh, good
So
for
that's
Ken.
why he couldn't
Yeah.
make it.
Ken's a lovely man.
Yes. Blitz's Markets, Stella Exteriors, Surety Title, Radio Ron Ralston, Ron Conklin down there. Barb from Barb's Harley Davidson's been a great friend of the show. I want to thank them. Bioblasting.com. Local gym and fitness.
You see what he's trying to
What's
work
he
up
doing?
there? He's trying to play Kenny Loggins out of his
I'm
phone.
all right.
He's trying to play Caddyshack.
You can't hear it.
No, it's YouTube, so the ad came up first.
Yeah, right.
It was
That's how he
probably
shut the ad off.
for some mortgage company or something like that. He's desperately trying to hit skip over there.
How about Red's Jersey Mets? Josh is yelling at you.
Right, John, you're getting
All right.
us sued there.
Reds
Scooter.
Jersey Max. Reds has been a great sponsor of the show. The all campus, the point. So I want to thank all those guys. We really appreciate it. And
Oscar speech is cut off at 2 minutes, by the way. Where's the orchestra? Couldn't we cut this guy off?
all right,
Good Lord.
We'll wrap it up. We're getting ready to go golfing.
Some
We'll be
food.
back. You and I will be back at it tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 12 noon for our
can't wait.
Eagles pregame show.
Guess what? Let me just announce this real quick on the air. I've landed us a guest for tomorrow.
Wow. So we got the Guru.
Is it
Right.
a mystery again?
We have Scott Grayson.
Scott Grayson's at what time?
Grayson's at 10:15.
Okay, Guru is at
11:15.
Guess who's at 11:30?
Is it an Eagle?
Yes.
Harold Carmichael.
No, former long snapper turned magician.
Doran Boss.
John Doran Boss.
Is that right? That's a good one.
Is he going to do
Does
a
that
magic
make
trick?
up for my cluster hoo-ha in the
No.
beginning?
Wow.
But listen,
You'll feel different tomorrow.
all right, let's get the golf. Thank you, Scooter. Josh Henning, great job. Leanne
Yep,
did a great job.
very
Mike
much.
Gill tried to get this thing up and running the best he could. Everybody did yeoman's work. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but tomorrow we should have no problem. We're going to go golfing. Enjoy the Michigan State game. This is Billy Schweim saying nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. I'll see you tomorrow with Pete Thompson, everybody.
When you hear this
They've got him again.
and this
Backhand shot. He scored.
and this,
Oh, boy, what a move by Embiid.
you think of us. We are sports. 97.3 ESPN WENJ.